required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 919-205-9800. That's 919-205-9800.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Big truck accidents can cause life-changing injuries, and life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. I know big truck wrecks, and I know how to fight those big insurance companies. If you've been hurt by a big truck, contact us at ritchielaw.com. I'm on top of it.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
Now out in front, Nikishin, he scores! Welcome to the National, his first NHL goal. Alexander Nikishin, and the Canes have a 3-1 lead. Extra attacker on for Carolina. Nikishin tees it up, and he scores! A Russian rocket from Alexander Nikishin, and it's a 2-1 game in Boston.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria is here. We are on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
Can you see my plaid?
I know. I was wearing plaid too, and we didn't even coordinate.
You're wearing plaid?
I was. It's hot in here, though.
Oh, okay.
It gets hot.
There's a song, I believe.
There is.
Titled that.
But we're not doing all that.
It wasn't here. It was her.
Yeah.
Not her.
It was a double R.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Again, we are on YouTube. Go to YouTube and search Adam Gold Show or 99.9 The Fan. Either way, you can find us, and you can watch me in my plaid and Victoria in what is no longer plaid.
Not plaid, but if it gets cold, I'll break it back.
So somebody asked me about my. It's really just a simple plaid, black and red plaid shirt. Mm-hmm. Has nothing to do with the fact that the Hurricanes are playing today.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yes.
And I just opened my my photos, and right now, because it's chillier, Earl Grey, the Weimaraner, is wearing a red plaid shirt.
Nice.
He's got his own flannel.
Yeah.
And he looks like the brawny paper towel dog.
Love it.
Yep, exactly. He's very, very proud of his plaid.
Animals in clothes is just adorable.
Well, yes, it's cute. The corgi has no interest in it because she doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Right. But Weimaraners, for people who have them, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Their fur doesn't really extend underneath. Mm-hmm. So he's cold.
Yes.
He needs blankets.
Used to have a bull terrier like that.
Okay, there you go. Mm-hmm. So shouts to Earl, who burrows underneath blankets to sleep.
Biff, he just makes blankets. He literally sheds enough of them to make multiple Biff blankets. So, yeah, there's that.
There you go. That's your blanket now. He doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot to do. It's a big game. It is election. We should elect who, if we had to vote for our favorite Hurricane, who would it be?
I mean, you know mine.
Yours is Seth Jarvis.
Yep, 24.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Who would my favorite Hurricane be?
It's a good question.
It actually might also be Seth Jarvis. I think that would be the winner.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that should be a poll. Let's vote.
I know.
Let's vote. It's election day. Let's vote.
We should also, does it have to be current? Because mine would change if it doesn't have to be current.
Ooh, mine might change too.
Mine definitely would.
All right,
Rod would be my first.
We have to vote. I hated him. Kidding. Rod knows I'm kidding. So
he's listening. He's going to text you right now and be like, I heard that. Maybe in our group chat.
Real quick about this. So, I don't really think about it. We talk here every day. We're here for 3 hours. And whether I say a lot of dumb stuff or not, I'm sure I do. Right? I'm sure I say stuff that is so blatantly wrong. And then 2 days later, we'll go, well, that wasn't right. And I really haven't.
You just get a text
I did, but not from Rod.
Oh.
Not from Rod. But somebody weighing in that Seth Jarvis is their favorite too.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll sit here. We talk about whether it's the Canes or somebody else. So in this case, it is the Canes. And I'll go down, I'll do my interview with Rod before the game, and he'll refer to the thing. I heard you could, like, I don't want to think about, like, as we're talking, I don't want to think about what would Rod's reaction be if he heard this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I don't want to think about that.
Just always weighing over you.
Just as soon him not tell me.
Yeah.
You know, when he was up in studio here, when we did the podcast episode back in August, that I know a lot of people liked. It was fun to do. It literally was only like maybe the 1,000th conversation that he and I have had in front of a microphone. I don't know. Maybe that's probably much. But I've been doing the pre and post for a while.
Yeah.
And we talk to him every game. So it's almost 100 a year. It's actually more than 100 a year because of the playoffs. And then there have been others. So it's probably 120 times a year I talk to him.
A few.
And I probably talked to him about 1,000 times. That's actually more accurate than I thought. But he was up here. He was talking about, I listen to this. I don't listen to it the next day, but I get to it. All right. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to not sound like a dope.
Well, Rod's very understanding.
He clearly grades on a curve, and I thank him for it. I do. All right. Well, the Hurricanes did make a couple of adjustments. Real quick before we start, a little bit of, I guess, newsy items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is some newsy stuff about today.
It's not Shota Imanaga leaving the Cubs potentially. Sorry.
No. Is he going to the Dodgers?
He's a free agent right now, but he
okay.
probably will go to the Dodgers because, he's the missing stone in the gauntlet. So
I don't think they're missing anything.
No.
I don't think so. Anyway, this originally comes from Tom Bogert, but the NCFC has released a statement that after the playoff run for North Carolina FC, and they are in the USL Championship playoff, which I believe their first round match is set for this week. They will cease operations, that team, and they are applying for entry into the USL top division, but that doesn't start play until 2028. So NCFC will have the North Carolina Courage, who just missed out on the playoffs this year and had 11,000 people at Wake Med Soccer Park, the largest attendance for a women's soccer match here. They just missed out on the playoffs by 1 point in the table. But the men's team will not operate for the next, 2 seasons? Until the 2028 season? 3 seasons? 3 seasons. So that's a long time. And there's no guarantee they'll get into USL Division 1. But that's what they're doing. It's a total hard reset. They need a better stadium. This is not about the facility at Wake Med Soccer Park. The facility, the field, great. Right? The amount of room that they have.
Yes.
Great.
Lots.
That's why TST is coming back for 4 more years. But in terms of a soccer stadium, it leaves a lot to be desired. And it's going to be hard. They have to get that in order to meet the requirements to be in USL Division 1, First Division. I hope it works out. You know me. I am an absolute sucker for the sport. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. So, all right, we'll hope. Anything we can do to help.
Absolutely.
You and I can. No.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Do a show from the pitch.
That'd be fun.
All right, we should start.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
And I should point out that our time right here will be abbreviated because it's kind of a trial run because I don't know if it's going to work or not. But our brand new Hurricanes analyst will be along in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right. We're kicking the tires on this. Anyway, Hurricanes do play tonight at Madison Square Garden in New York against the Rangers. We've got new line combinations. We've got Aho with Taylor Hall and Andrei Svechnikov. We've got Nick Ehlers playing with Logan Stankoven and Jackson Blake. Seth Jarvis. Oh, I can hear Canes Twitter now. Seth Jarvis with Jordan Stahl and Jordan Martinook. Oh, the horrors. He fits there.
Yeah.
Sorry, he fits there. Do we all want Seth and Aho to play together for the rest of time? Yes. And just to calm everybody's fears, I'm pretty sure that the long term is Aho and Jarvis together. And I also think that barring some sort of a structural change to the organization in terms of who's here and who's not and something drastic, I'm pretty sure we're ultimately going to arrive at Andrei Svechnikov, Sebastian Aho, and Seth Jarvis. So, chill. Just chill. Right now, the Hurricanes aren't generating a lot of offense. I know they're scoring. I know they scored one goal in the 2-1 loss to Boston, right? They scored once. That's no good. But after that one goal, they're now tied for third. Actually, this was before last night, so I don't know where they are. They could be a little bit lower now. They were tied for third heading into play last night in terms of goals per game. Were they scoring a lot more earlier? Yeah, like everybody else. So did you see the power play percentages, after 4 games? I saw a team that was operating at 37% on the power play, and they were 9th in the league. It's just dumb, right? There's always a lot more offense at the very beginning of the season, then it settles in. But more than the goals scored, Carolina just hasn't been generating as many chances lately. And because of that, and I think I know the reason, but because of that, Rod has decided to change the lines. Same banged up defense. They don't expect anybody back from the list of injured players. I do not know yet, although I think it'll be readily available, whether it will be Frederick Anderson or Pyotr Kochetkov, but I should be able to get that in a matter of moments. Canes have only added 2 points to their total in the last 12 days. They won the game against the Islanders, right? Before then, it was the game in Colorado, however long ago that was.
Feels like forever.
I believe, it was a Saturday? A week ago Saturday?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 days.
Yeah.
It was 12 days since,
We've
or maybe
changed the
more,
clock
10
since
days.
then.
Since we have. Yeah. I don't even know what time it is now.
Who knows?
So, yeah, they've got some work to do with all of that. Here's Rod Brindamore. If you're looking for who we really want back, it's Jacob Slavin.
It was worrisome all the time when he's not in the lineup, but I think talking to him, it feels like everything's getting in the right direction. So when he feels, that he can be Jacob Slavin-ish, he's going to get out there, but it's just not quite there yet.
Yep, there you go. We'll get more into the Hurricanes in a little bit. Again, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're kicking the tires on a new Hurricanes analyst. College basketball season tipped off yesterday. Both UNC and NC State rolled to huge, some would say non-competitive wins. Carolina walloped Central Arkansas, who honestly has not been the same since the Scottie Pippen days. I do know that Caleb Wilson was awesome last night in his debut for the Tar Heels. There was Kyan Evans was good. Henry Vesar, I think it's pronounced Vesar. He was good. They're good. They're going to be good. Mm-hmm. My one question about the Tar Heels, and we can't answer that based on last night, is are they really good enough in the backcourt against similar talent? But Carolina's going to be, top 25 all year, and ultimately could be better than that. I mean, I think they're going to be really good. Obviously, NC State is going to be significantly more improved. As a matter of fact, I was looking at ESPN Preview, and they had a most improved Power 4 school, and I think it was Jeff Borzello of ESPN said NC State.
Yeah.
They've got a great, big team.
Will Wade and company.
Yeah, Will Wade is obviously, they completely remade, it's like one of the incredible home makeovers.
Yeah.
They completely resurfaced the driveway. They put a new an addition on the house.
They've got flowers out there.
A pool,
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they have done a very good job of remaking the roster. Darian Williams was all over the place in terms of stats last night. Didn't even play a lot. I think they had like 9 players play double-digit minutes last night. They are big. They are talented. There's enough experience. I mean, there's some legit experience. But, I mean, Darian Williams, one of the best players in the country. It's the reason he was preseason ACC Player of the Year. And here's Will Wade addressing the crowd after their win.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. We appreciate everybody's support. And as a group, with our team, with our fans, everybody knows the reckoning is here.
Yeah, the Red Reckoning.
The pack is back, and we are not to be messed with. Go Pack.
He got a technical foul last night when they were winning by 1,000.
Did he do 3 pumps instead of 2?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't. We have to get to the bottom of that.
Yes, we do. We do.
All right. As in closing, as we go to break, the Cowboys didn't win last night.
No, they didn't.
Oh my gosh! It's
At
terrible.
home.
Such a pity.
Oh, yeah.
Said nobody.
Yeah.
Ever.
Against the Cardinals. And Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett played, not Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray had been 8-0 in his career, not just with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Whether it was in college, at Oklahoma, or when he played in high school. He's a Texas kid. He had never lost at Jarrah World.
Wow.
He didn't even have to play
And he
for
still
his
won.
team to win. That's right. Jacoby Brissett played very well. All right, when we come back, brand new Hurricanes analyst. Not telling you who it is until we come back. Next.
Still arguing whether hockey or golf has the tougher dress code? The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Get crazy, Canes fans. It's hockey night in Carolina. It's your Canes and the Rangers.
Blake with it, he scores! Oh, what hands! Jackson Blake, he's a magician, and it's 1-0 Carolina.
Storm Watch with Adam Gold at 6:30. Puck drop at 7.
Snaps the shot, he scores! Sebastian Aho! And it's 2-0 Carolina.
On your official audio home of Hurricanes hockey, 99.9 The Fan.
Hey, it's Adam Gold from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Still feels like the NBA's got that new car smell, doesn't it? All right, here's what we're going to do tonight because we love the NBA, and the Hornets are playing the old Hornets. That's right, they're in New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. You can choose your favorite deal, profit boost or a no-sweat bet or a bet back token. You decide. What a country. FanDuel.com/Adam Gold. FanDuel.com/Adam Gold, especially with the Hornets playing the used-to-be Hornets. Have some fun with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift it. Let some dream just for a bit.
Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday night football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Are you in charge of running the building maintenance plays at your workplace? If you're facing roofing issues, you gotta get RoofWorks into the game. Hi, this is Holly with RoofWorks. You can count on us to be your MVP when it comes to taking care of your commercial building roof. We handle leaky roof repair, coatings, total replacements, upfits, and we even do commercial gutters. Let us show you what a valuable addition we are to your building maintenance team. Contact us today online at roofworks.com. That's roof, WERKS.com.
Here's Brandon with Parkway Sleep Centers.
Tired of waiting for a sleep treatment? At other sleep centers, it can take 6 to 8 months just to get an appointment and cost you thousands more. Not Parkway Sleep Health Centers. We schedule you within weeks and we'll save you money too. We have over 20 years of experience serving the Triangle. Let our expert team help you sleep better sooner.
End your sleep problems. Live your best life. Experience the Parkway Sleep difference. Visit parkwaysleep.com and start your journey to better sleep today. Parkway Sleep Health Centers. Sound sleep, sound health.
In World War I, American fighter pilots covering a plane's rear position coined the phrase, "I've got your six," to mean I've got your back. Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here for my friends at Buffalo Brothers. I travel coast to coast covering hockey. But when I'm back home, I head to my home away from home, Buffalo Brothers, for the best wings on the planet. You can't beat their specials at all 5 of their Triangle locations. Every pro football game day, you can get Miller Lite Draft for $4.50 and Blue Moon Draft for $5.50. Pet-friendly patio too. BuffBrothers.com. Aw, man, now I want wings.
This is Adam Gold.
The American Cornhole League. I don't know if you can wager on it. Let me just go to FanDuel and find out if you can wager on it.
I think I read you can get a scholarship. Kids in high school can actually get scholarships for cornholing. Who knows? I don't know what the technical term
I'm just not going to say anything.
The Adam Gold Show.
We have been waiting until the Hurricanes take on the Rangers in New York to unveil our brand new Hurricanes analyst, Roy Cooper, former governor of the great state of North Carolina. Every state is a great state, but it is a great state.
Oh, it's the best in the country.
Because
no doubt.
You were the governor, and I live here now. All right, let's talk about the Rangers tonight.
Yeah.
Is this the matchup that you like beating the opponent the most?
I'd have to say the Capitals. Capitals are
you and I are on the same page there.
But the Rangers, you want to beat the Rangers for sure. And you know that in Lenovo, they have a lot of fans who come, so you want them to be quiet. But tonight, obviously, we're in Madison Square Garden. So that would be – I haven't seen the Canes in Madison Square Garden. I did get a chance to see them in TD Garden in Boston.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I was up there. That was a lot of fun, although they got killed. But it was it was a fun game. It was toward the end of the year when we already had our playoff
last year.
Position locked.
Yeah, actually, I actually did research on that game recently because we just played Boston. Didn't go well again, but they lost that game 5-1. That was a non-competitive game. The first time I saw the Canes play in Boston was in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2019. Those didn't go well either.
They did not.
But it's a great venue. It's a really cool building. They also have tons of donuts on Media Row, but we don't need to talk about. I
don't get that. You
don't get donuts.
Look, now that I'm sort of unofficial analyst in media now, maybe I can join and get in the donuts this time.
We don't get that. We get a lot of gummy bears on the on Lenovo at Lenovo Center. But the dessert spread it was too much. All right, let's get to this particular team real quick, and then I want to get into some other things, like how you became a fan. But we're off to a decent start, but we're spoiled. 7-4, and people are going, well, what's wrong?
Well, I like this team, but what's wrong is when you don't have arguably your top 3 defensemen who are hurt with Miller and Gostisbehere and of course the great Jacob Slavin. That's a problem. Now Nikishin is stepping up.
Yeah,
he's doing what we had hoped that he would do, and maybe this is giving him an opportunity. But then we've got 2 key forwards and Carrier and Robinson hurt. So I give him a lot of credit. We had to do that long Western road stretch and did pretty well during that. So I'm not that concerned right now. I think we're in good shape. We obviously had Kochetkov hurt during that time, so we only had our number one goalie, although I do like Bussy, who came in and did a really good job.
Been great.
They're going to keep him on the roster for a little while, I think.
I think they have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as the you've already proven to be an astute fan. There's no chance he would clear waivers.
Yeah,
he's playing too well right now.
Too well.
So no chance he clears waivers. There's no chance Kochetkov.
Yeah,
because we've seen him at his best, and at his best, he's legitimately good.
I like people who can be successful later in life. Bussy has played his dues. He's played it, and now here he is, late 20s? And
27, yeah. And he made his, that's sort of late 20s. Well,
is
that
for hockey
mid-20s
time,
or late 20s?
Whatever.
I don't know, because I'm beyond my late 20s.
Yeah.
Roy Cooper in studio with us, our brand new Hurricanes analyst. So I was glad that you said Washington, too, because
that's why I'm running for the United States Senate.
You're what?
Yeah. I'm running for the United States Senate.
Is this breaking news?
This is breaking news.
I was unaware.
But I'm doing this in order to sabotage the Capitals. See, I got the plan all in place. Just so you know that's an undercurrent of what's going on here. So
I understand.
Proceed. But I just needed to bring that up.
We're hoping to put a mole. I'm
ready.
In Washington.
I'm ready.
So the root of I don't really dislike the Capitals, but it's the team I like to beat the most. When I was a student at the University of Maryland, my buddies and I grew up an Islanders fan. We would go to whatever the local establishment was. In this case, it was the Cellar in College Park, Maryland, and watched Islanders Capitals playoff games. And we were like three Islanders fans in a sea of Capitals fans, and it was so much fun. And I lost the Islanders over time. I moved here. Lo and behold, we have a hockey team. And, I became a Hurricanes fan immediately. But it's still, beating the Capitals is still my favorite thing in the world.
It is. And, of course, Ovechkin probably had the greatest player or one of the greatest players ever for a while. And he was a thorn in our side, and I'll never forget him punching out Svechnikov when he dropped the gloves when probably should have reconsidered that.
Certainly thought about it after the fact.
Yeah,
I remember.
But those kinds of things just make that rivalry more intense. And of course, I've been to Capitals games in Washington, and they have a great scoreboard. And I'm glad we finally matched their scoreboard.
Okay.
Do you rate in the Lenovo?
Are we rating scoreboards?
Yeah, scoreboards are important, and we needed to change scoreboards, and so. But now we've got pucks hitting scoreboards, so
more this year than I've ever seen.
I don't know what the deal is.
Are we hanging it lower?
I don't know. Maybe we're just getting under the puck a little more.
How did you become such a fan? Because
growing up on the farm ponds of eastern North Carolina.
When you and Phil Ford running around, you were like the original Fire and Ice, weren't you?
When I say that, people look at me quizzically, and I say, "It's just a joke. We don't ever farm ponds don't freeze up in North Carolina." When the Hurricanes came to North Carolina, I went to the first couple of games. I was hooked. Loved the sport, the strength, the speed, the grace that's involved. It's an extraordinary sport, and I think it's more demanding maybe than any team sport. Football players have to wait a whole week before they play. Hockey players can do a back-to-back and take more hits than many football players. So, I had to admire that, and it's a sport that you really need to watch in person and to get used to it. So I went in together with guys. We had season tickets for years. I was there in all of the lean years and was a big fan in empty arenas. But that's what I am. I'm a loyal guy. And when Tom bought the team, he just says, how can we get people to come? I was the governor at the time, and how can we? I said, win.
Yeah,
they will come if you win. And he's put the money in it. And he's constantly trying to improve the team, and he's letting the guys who know hockey do the work and having a consistently good team is positive for this entire area. It's positive for our economy. It's positive for jobs and excitement. Yeah, we want to get that Stanley Cup, and yeah, we do need to break through at some point here. But I like having and look, future looks really good. We got cap space. I think he's constantly on the lookout to try to improve the team. Nothing but positive here going forward, I think.
Yeah, it's funny. I had the same conversation with Tom Dundon right after he bought the team. And he asked me, how long will it take? I said, normally there's a lag time of, your fans return the next year. I said, but it's not going to take that long here.
Yep.
It took about 5 years of losing to lose the fans. So they're ready. right. We were there.
I know.
Right. But I think they'll come back quickly.
Yeah.
And when we got to February and March, you could see it. They weren't sellouts, but they were never heard anything like that. And I still think that the first year was the most intense that I have ever heard that building. Even as Carolina's gotten better and more consistent, in some ways, our fans are getting a little jaded.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's what happens when you win, and you have to expect that when you win. I like the fact that Lenovo was rated the hardest place to play by the other players. I think that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
They talked about how the crowd is sort of closer in and that they're louder and the locker rooms are lousy.
The visiting locker room is terrible.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, Isn't that what Red Auerbach used to do? Turn off the hot water.
That is true.
Turn down the air conditioning in June. He would do all that stuff.
I talked to Brady Shea last year when he came in for the first time with Nashville, and he came out of the locker room, and I just made some joke about it. He goes, "Yeah, I mean, I knew it because I had seen it before, but it's really bad. And it feels bad to put a guy like Shea, who's really a hurricane.
Yeah.
It feels bad when Brett Pesci comes in.
I don't feel bad about it.
I'll let him know. Roy Cooper is in studio with us. So to walk me through the 3 years before this run, 02, 06, 09. Does something stand out about those 3 runs?
Well, the 02 one was painful. We knew we weren't as good as the Red Wings.
Right.
We knew we weren't. But we had just an extraordinary defensive team.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I shelled out a lot of money, but my family, all 3 of my daughters loved hockey, and so we brought the family to the famous triple overtime loss. That was tough, particularly when I was even good fans when they're young are ready to go, Dad. Are
True.
ready to go.
It was a late night.
So that was tough, and you didn't expect to win that, but you thought that if we could pull that one off, miracles can happen. So, but that was fun to have gotten there with the Maurice team, and they weren't as exciting because they weren't big scorers, but it was fun. 06 got to be one of the greatest sporting events I've ever attended. Game 7,
right,
with Edmonton in Raleigh. We never sat down.
No.
Except between periods. Never, ever.
Sitting down in between periods. That's when everybody rested.
We did sit down in between periods, but that's the only time. And I even went to the arena for the away games in Edmonton, hoping that if we pulled it off.
Right.
But, we were up, 3-1? And then
3-1.
We lost the next 2 games and tied it up. So that was an extraordinary time, 2006.
It really was. I'll get to 2009 in a second, but in 2006, as I was also in Edmonton for games 3 and 4, the feeling in the building when they sang "Oh Canada," when like the guy just stops singing and everybody else in the arena sings, I had never experienced that. That's something that when I think about still gives me chills. You can't replicate that anymore.
And you remember they had the young man who was the equipment manager who I think was a special needs kid, but he was just he'd been working.
Okay, yeah.
And they would show him and he would sing and you was like, oh my gosh, this place loves hockey.
Oh yeah.
And we're the upstart. I get it, and hockey sort of frowns upon hurricanes and Panthers and lightning, and I get all of that. But it's really, really fun thing to do.
Martin Jelena, who was part of that 02 team, lived in Edmonton. And I ran into him.
Wow.
At a restaurant the day of Game 4. And he said, just so you know, I am rooting for you guys tonight.
Wow.
There was something about him being here and I guess being injected with whatever Carolina Hurricane sauce you get injected with. But he was all in with the Canes. We won Game 4, came back here. It didn't go well.
Yeah.
In Game 5, real funny story about that is that I was supposed to go back to Edmonton for Game 6, but I also was supposed to go to Charleston to celebrate my 1-year anniversary with my wife. And when they scored off of a turnover, I realized that I wasn't going to see Game 6 or 7 in person. So and it is what it is. And 09 was kind of fun because they weren't expected.
Yeah.
That was Maurice comes back.
That's right.
It was just it was a crazy time.
It was a crazy time, and I don't have many memories about that. The 06
There must have been a crisis going on.
06 hangover.
You were still the Attorney General at the time.
I was their Attorney General at the time. That's right. 06 hangover, I think. Wanting another one, and that's the big disappointment. My 8 years as governor that we did not win the Stanley Cup because I had planned to have it in the mansion for a day and drink Sundrop out of it.
Sundrop, that would be
that was the thing that I was going to do.
Sundrop,
and I'm hoping that we can get it done, and that Governor Stein will let me come over and participate in this.
Well, maybe we'll bring it to Washington.
We can bring it to Washington.
Right?
That's right.
If everything works out, maybe we'll bring it to Washington.
Right in front of the Capitol. Right in front of the Capitals.
That
Try not to get beat up.
I've so many
might
things.
Be the gloves might drop. You might see the gloves drop in the Senate if that happens.
So many things I wanted to say that I'm probably not allowed to.
I know.
So how many games do you attend a year now?
So not that. I haven't attended one yet. Now I've seen every single one.
We haven't been here much.
Some of them after midnight on my iPad in the backseat of a car. But I look forward to going to some games really soon. And back in the day when I had season tickets, I went to many of the home games. But I think as governor, probably I went to 10 games, maybe something like that.
Total?
Total. Yeah. I wanted to do more, but you just got a tough job that you got to do.
Yeah.
And this campaign is keeping me very busy. But I'm always watching and always ready to go and drop a hat if it works.
Do you have a jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Who's on the back of it?
Me.
Oh, you can't. That's right. You get your own name.
And it's number 75.
Oh, look at that.
I'm the 75th governor. So.
Well, the Hurricanes don't have a number 75. I don't believe they've ever had a number 75.
I didn't know that. So I still a shot for me.
You know what? Enough injuries.
Yeah,
can you
there
skate?
are not enough injuries that can occur to get me out on the ice. Basketball court, maybe. Ice, no.
All right. Well, I'm going to get to basketball here in a second.
Okay.
Is it a red Hurricanes jersey or is it a black?
It's a black one.
Okay, so
it's a black. It's the black with the flag.
Nice.
I could have worn it today. I probably should have.
No, it's fine. I didn't. I don't actually. I don't own a jersey.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about how it ranks with UNC basketball.
Well, they're two different things. Obviously, being a double Tar Heel undergrad and law school,
and all your kids, all your daughters went there.
All my daughters went there. I'm a big Carolina fan, so I will go to the Kansas game on Friday night.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to doing that. College basketball has just what a shocking change. It's almost like you can't plan for the future anymore.
No,
it's
college sports.
It's a
different.
year-to-year thing. Yeah. Come up and ask a Carolina fan, name me a player who played last year who's on the team this year. And once you get past Seth Trimble, it's really hard.
Right.
James Brown is there, but I mean it's a completely new team.
Yeah.
And Caleb Wilson is the real deal. And this is going to be an exciting team, I think. But you got to think about the fact that it's probably going to be there for 1 year, and then you got to work on the next year. So that's really different. Not sure that I love it, that things change every single year as much as it's going to change, but it has to happen in order to be successful, I think.
Yeah, it's. I think we'll get to a time it'll kind of settle in, and we'll see a little bit more normalcy, but it's still it's going to be very transient. This is the first time in a long time we're going into the season. Carolina should be good.
Yeah.
Duke should be good. and State should be
NC
good.
State is making a lot of noise.
Yeah. They looked good last night. I caught a little bit of it.
I think Vanell and Lubin going over there is going to have fun when he comes
15
back
and
to Chapel Hill. That'll those kinds of rivalries, and Wade Wilson, he likes to talk, and so that's going to be fun. I think that's very healthy to have those kinds of rivalries.
I know you're just the former governor.
And I just that like when I was a kid, I was like pulling so hard for NC State when David Thompson won the national championship and when Valvano's team that pass assist from Derek Wittenberg in '83.
He'll tell you. He'll tell you it was a pass.
All of that,
He smiles when he says it.
Yeah, that's right. So it's those are fun, and it's fun to see our North Carolina team succeed out there.
Why aren't they playing twice?
Well, see, it's just all the new college basketball rules. They should be playing twice.
Yeah, every year.
Absolutely should be playing.
We don't care about playing Cal.
When I was in school, that was North Carolina's rivalry.
Right.
Was NC State at the time. Not as much Duke as it was NC State.
That's what Jimmy Black told me.
And it's true.
Jimmy Black told me this 20 years ago.
NC State won the national championship the year after North Carolina won it. In 82, 83.
And where was Duke? They were.
Oh boy!
Well, they were just about to hire Mike Krzyzewski.
They were,
and now
they were indeed.
That worked out pretty well. I know a couple of very quick things, and we'll let you go.
Okay.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Are we going to get it?
So look, I talked to Tom Dundon last week, and he's got a lot going on.
Yes, he does.
Trying to make the Hurricanes better. Bought the Portland Trailblazers.
He's got to get a coach.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to get a coach there,
right? But he's still very focused and ready for Major League Baseball in Raleigh, and I'm excited about it. I think we have a good shot. I think there is a lot of bipartisan, cohesive. Local, state,
we love baseball.
Federal support for this. It is the sport we don't have that we need for our state. Charlotte would be a great place too, but I think they are just not quite ready to go all in like Raleigh is right now. And so I think it's a great fit, and I'm excited. Let's just keep up the hope, and we need to keep up the strong economic showing and the strong support across the way from business community and everywhere else, because you got to be ready to sell tickets.
Right.
That's the big challenge about
corporate support.
Major League Baseball, 162 games. That's serious money that you got to shell out for tickets.
No doubt about it. And it is, I think it does come down to corporate support.
Yeah.
Roy Cooper, we'll be okay tonight in Madison Square Garden, you think?
I think we're ready to win some games now. I'm ready for the injured guys to get back.
Soon,
but
I think.
I hope some of them soon, some of them not so soon. But, he's going to shuffle the lines tonight.
He did.
Yeah, so when you have Ehlers and Svechnikov, neither one having scored a 5-on-5 goal, I think it's time to shake things up a little bit. So
I was surprised it took this long.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Lines in a blender. Roy Cooper.
Adam Gold, more than 2 decades of bringing sports to people in the Triangle and beyond. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in.
Good work. Yeah.
Thank the governor for the kind words. By the way, there is no number 75 in Hurricanes history.
Yeah.
There are 74s, actually Jacob Slavin, and there's a 76, Brady Shea. But there is no 75. Roy Cooper has not yet played, so he does not have an entry on hockeyreference.com.
Yeah. See, Jarvie would have to give up his, because that's my favorite.
That is. And by the way, there is a poll up right now because we had to. Let's see what the answers are. I got to find it. We'll come up with that in a second. It looks like it will be Pyotr Kochetkov tonight.
Nice.
At Madison Square Garden.
Okay. Bring the feisty.
All right. Now, here's what people need to know about Kochetkov and Madison Square Garden. It has been very good to him. Actually, the Rangers have been very good for Pyotr Kochetkov. In his career against the Rangers, 4-2 record, .218 goals against, .924 save percentage. He has played some of his best hockey, not only against the Rangers, but against elite Russian goalies.
Love it.
He's been very good against Bobrovsky. He's been good against Vasilevsky. He's been good against Shesterkin and Sorokin as well.
Tonight's the night.
Let's see. This is going to show just how much goalie depth do the Hurricanes have, and what happens. I'm not going to say it's hard. I'm going to say it's impossible to work with 3 healthy goalies. The reality is that if Kochetkov plays well, Brandon Bussey is going to struggle to get games, which means that 2 weeks from now, when he hasn't played, he'll go on a conditioning assignment. The Hurricanes are going to just manage 3 goalies for the foreseeable future because they need all 3. They need to have all 3 available. So we're going to see Kochetkov tonight. I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Me too.
As much as anything, because I know we forget, but high-end Piotr?
Oh, love it.
Right. High-end Piotr's fun. He's box office.
He'll poke check people in the center ice.
Come on. Have people forgotten that he went after Brad Marchand in his first playoff action?
How can you not love him?
That's just...
He's our goalie.
Did everybody remember the poke check on the Brady Tkachuk penalty shot attempt?
Right. Look at him.
Piotr's greatest hits. That would be dynamite. All right, we'll break. We'll come back. We'll stretch. We're not going to stretch and place bets.
It's a little
That's
too
next
soon for
hour.
That. Yeah, we gained an hour. Remember, it's too soon.
One-timers next.
Asheville to Wilmington, Boone to Durham, The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. NBA action heating up, and you've got 3 ways to play. You can get a profit boost token. I love those. You can play it cool with a no-sweat bet, or get a little backup with a bet-back token. All the information is right there for you in the FanDuel app. So I like a little boost action. I like that. I like taking my plus money to even higher plus money values. That's the way I roll. I don't do anything that's minus. FanDuel.com/AGS, FanDuel.com/AGS for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
We had to exit the home pretty quickly because of how quickly the water came in. It was just really vital to me whenever all the public service announcements were going out, that we needed to get our water tested.
We need to, get in the field and start helping people disinfect their water supplies.
It's really critical to their health to be able to have that safe drinking water.
They were reaching out to me to make sure that I knew that there were resources available.
NC Public Health, everywhere, every day, everyone.
Agriculture drives our local economy. I'm Lee Ivey, Director of the Agricultural Institute at NC State University, and we are looking for our next generation of leaders. If you want to make a difference and help feed the world, join us at the Ag Institute, where we grow successful graduates, productive futures, and rewarding lifestyles. We offer 2-year degrees and hundreds of internships. Learn more online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
This is Adam Gold.
So Mike Vrabel, the coach of the New England Patriots, they asked him about birthday cake, and he said there was only one cake qualified for his birthday cake.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what that is?
Is it vanilla?
No.
Oh.
Carrot.
I love him even more.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria on the ones and twos. You know what today is, other than Election Day? And
Tuesday.
And Seth Jarvis is running away with the vote for Your Favorite Hurricane in honor of Election Day, which honestly, Election Day should either be on a weekend or it should be a holiday.
I know.
But neither of those things are true. Anyway, there's the poll up. Vote for your favorite hurricane. Seth Jarvis running away. Right now, Alexander Nikishin is in second. And we have rank voting here. And Sebastian Aho is third. Nobody has yet voted for Andrei Svechnikov. Come on, people.
Can't blame them. Sorry. He
Whoa.
would not be my... I mean, I like Svech, but
Whoa.
favorite? No. Not my fave.
4 years ago, he'd have won the vote.
Yeah.
What happens when
We're
you've been
still waiting 4
when
years
you've been in office for a long time?
for those
That's what
polls.
happens. What have you done for me lately? Before we get to one-timers, breaking news?
Oh, do we have breaking news? Well, here we go.
Because it is NFL trade deadline day. The New York Jets have traded Sauce Gardner, cornerback, to the Colts for 2 first-round picks.
What? Excuse you?
Are you? What? They got 2 firsts for somebody who is not a quarterback? Did the Colts think that cornerback and quarterback was the same thing?
Did Indiana Jones make this?
Sometimes when I'm a little stuffy, when I say cornerback, it sounds like quarterback.
Right, maybe that was it. I don't know.
But the Jets got 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, according to Adam Schefter. That is tremendous. All right, with that, one-timers.
Well, that's interesting. And we start things off with a football question from our YouTube stream. This one from Chris. Rico has shown he is worth a contract. Do the Panthers sign him? And what would the contract look like if so?
Don't know. I don't know how Chuba Hubbard's contract is structured for next year. I think we'd be kidding ourselves if we didn't think that Rico Dowdle. First of all, he's a different type of runner than Chuba Hubbard. He might be more suited to the way the Panthers run the ball because he is more quick burst through the hole. I think they should try. We'll see if Rico Dowdle wants to stay here. I don't know what he's looking for. Does he look at himself as somebody who needs to get the ball 25 to 30 times a game? And if that's the case, you're not in a tandem. So are the Panthers going to pay a whole bunch of money for a tandem running back? Probably not. Don't know what happens after this, but he's been dynamite.
Well, you're really going to love this one.
I will.
This next one, Adam, thoughts on the Champions League today? Big night ahead.
There's a lot. First of all, I know somebody probably wants me to talk about Real Madrid going back to Liverpool or going to Liverpool and Trent Alexander-Arnold making his first appearance there. He's not going to be in the starting 11, so he'll be coming on as a sub.
PSG was also
That's
mentioned.
the match.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
That's the match. And 3 weeks ago, I was hoping that Bayern would be be an underdog going to Paris. But that's not the case. As of yesterday, they were ever so slightly the favorite. It's still plus money, but ever so slightly the favorite. They're awesome. And there's no challenge for them in the Bundesliga, just like there's no challenge for PSG in Ligue 1. These two teams we should just fast forward to the end. That is a great match. There's a couple of other good ones, but yeah, Real at Liverpool, personally. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to check out Bayern at the Parc des Princes, I believe it's called. Looking forward to that. Yes.
And last but not
wins,
least, this one from Boris. I'm wondering about how Rod will break down goaltending duties to keep everyone frosty. Freddie 50%, PK and Butsy's 25%, maybe?
No, I don't think it'll be that way. I think you got to play. You're going to choose two, and you're going to try to roll with them. There'll be injuries, and somebody's just going to have to get back up to speed. So I think Kochetkov today will determine what's next.
Delivering more hits than the Canes forecheck.
Shoots, he scores!
The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friend Gordon Miller, Miller Lending, Kildare Farm Road in Cary. There are certain things about living in this country that are so great, and the number one reason, apart from anything, is the fact that you don't have to pay closing costs when you get a mortgage. I know we have amusement parks and professional sports and soft serve ice cream, but when you experience not paying closing costs when you get your mortgage, oh man, there's nothing better than that. Here's what it also does. It gives you the freedom to refinance free of charge without having wasted closing cost money. And have I mentioned that Miller Lending is the home of the original no closing cost mortgage? That's right. Gordon is the one who invented it back in 1987, brought it to the Triangle so we could all take part in it. And I have 11 times. No closing cost. I've saved 50 grand. Miller Lending on Kildare Farm Road in Cary since 1996. They are an equal housing lender, NMLS ID 250-2146.
Adam.
I'm Adam Gold, and I'm there.
Tim.
I'm Tim Donnelly, and I'm there.
Dennis.
I'm Dennis Cox, and I'm there.
Victoria.
I'm Victoria Bodenecker, and I'm there.
Paul.
I'm Paul Eihander, and I'm there too.
You'll find them all here on the brand new 99.9 The Fan app. To work, to school, the beach, the mountains, the arena, take The Fan with you wherever you go. Available for Apple iPhone and Android phones. Download the 99.9 The Fan app today. Powered by Aspire Money Management.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
It is I, Juan Carlos Santiago del Santiago, the coolest man in the world. Yes, I am back in Raleigh. Do I go downtown with so many places to party? No, I go to the Sharky's place. The good food, the fine drinks, the coldest of beers, and of course, the many, many beautiful people. I always hang at the Sharky's place, the coolest bar in the world, because, well, it was built for me. Juan Carlos Santiago del Santiago, the coolest man in the world. The Sharky's place, 8800 de Raleigh Road by the Shelby Station.
Hey everyone, Paul Eihander from 99.9 The Fan for FanDuel. And of course, FanDuel is putting you in control right from NBA tip-off. Because every day to start the season, you get to choose your reward. Take your shot with a profit boost. Play it cool with a no-sweat bet. Or get a little backup with a bet-back token. I like stacking the parlays myself, and I always go with players. Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets. Seems like he's up for a triple-double every night. And don't sleep on Austin Reeves of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's averaging a double-double with Luka and LeBron out. And, of course, Con Kneppel's good for a couple of threes in Charlotte. Make your picks, get in the game, and play it your way. Visit FanDuel.com/Paul, Paul with a capital P, and make your choice. 21 plus and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
This hour of the Triangle Sports Leader is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Broadcasting live from the Lenovo Studios. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan. The Triangle Sports Leader.
Lopez fakes a screen, now hits the tunnel screen to June. June out into the open. June down the far sideline, fights off a tackler. June's going to take it to the house. 10-5, touchdown. Carolina, Damon June all the way for 6. Lopez going to try a deep shot to the end zone. Touchdown. Jordan Shipp cradles it. And Carolina up 26-10 in the fourth.
27-10 final in Syracuse. Great. I do not believe that the Tar Heels will hear their name in the college football playoff ranking reveal tonight. But still good. Still good. 27-10. Good for them. Bill Bender from Sporting News will join us in about 20 minutes because tonight is the first reveal of the college football playoff rankings. And given what we have seen over the last couple of days in the Atlantic Coast Conference, who will be revealed? Will Miami still be in the top 12? Coming off back-to-back losses? Don't know. Probably not. Georgia Tech has just one loss, so they'll probably be in. Virginia's got just one loss, right? So they might be in. I don't think we'll get both. I think the ACC will have one team in the ranking. It'll be Georgia Tech. I think Miami will be on the outside. What I do think, and we'll talk about this with Bill Bender coming up in a little bit, I do think that if Miami wins out, and of course, that's a big if they win out 10-2 with the win over Notre Dame, kind of depends how Florida finishes. If Florida can finish the season like around 500, if South Florida is in the mix for the group of 5 spot, then the Hurricanes would have 2 top 25 wins. Definitely. Notre Dame and South Florida. And there'll be teams at the bottom of that ranking, not the bottom in terms of 25, but at the bottom of the playoff pool that won't have 2 top 25 wins. I'm not saying it's going to work because who knows how anybody looks at any of the other wins for Miami. Just a thought. Just a thought. All right. Lots to do. Bill Bender in less than 20 minutes. Let's run it back. So we'll start with what happened last night in terms of the college basketball season tipping off. I think there was all but 2 ACC schools got going, and only one couldn't handle the moment. Way to go, Boston College.
Thanks.
You're the team that lost its opener in ACC play. They lost at Florida Atlantic. Now, I'm not saying that Florida Atlantic is the same team, but were we 3 years ago when they were in the Final Four? Not the same group, obviously. And I'm not even trying to pretend that they have pedigree, but they're not incompetent. And that's really all you need to know. And apparently Boston College is. BC had a pretty big, not big, but they had a lead throughout most of the game until they didn't. And then they lost in overtime. Oh, well. Everybody else did fairly well, although Georgia Tech struggled at home to Maryland Eastern Shore, I believe. Anyway, Carolina won comfortably over Central Arkansas. Huge performances from so many newcomers. We're going to talk to Shelby Swanson of the News and Observer about this coming up in about a little over an hour. But obviously, that's a very good team that has a lot of diversity. I know that there are certain players who are used to playing away from the basket, that Hubert Davis probably wants to play a little closer to the basket. We'll discuss that with Shelby down the road. But they had a good win. And NC State played Central at Lenovo Center to tip off the Will Wade era. And first of all, my first impression of the Wolfpack, yeah, they can shoot it.
Yeah.
They shot, I think, 19 of 40 from three-point range. They shot nearly 60% from the floor. They are big. That is a team that has some size. Remember last year that Duke didn't have a starter that was under 6'5"? Actually, it didn't have anybody in the real rotation who was under 6'5". State has, Holloway is like 6'2". Everybody else, it appears, is like that is going to play is like 6'5" or better. They are a big, big team. They had a big win over Central, and Will Wade took to the court to thank the crowd.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. We appreciate everybody's support. And as a group, with our team, with our fans, everybody knows the reckoning is here.
The reckoning.
The pack is back, and we are not to be messed with. No pack.
The reckoning is here. The Dick Vitale Invitational is tonight. Yes, and Texas and Duke. I know that will surprise people that Duke is playing in the Dick Vitale Invitational. Texas and Duke in Charlotte. For whatever this is worth to you, the Blue Devils are a 9.5-point favorite. Yeah, 9.5 points. It seems like a lot.
It does. It feels like a lot.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Did they think that it was Duke football?
Maybe.
All right.
Somebody needs to make
Good
sure
for,
it's not Manny Diaz.
Good for them. Look. Obviously, Duke is going to be very, very good. All right. So, Kyler Murray, in his life, in his football life, going back to when he was in high school, had never lost in 8 games at AT&T Stadium in, I guess it's Arlington, where the Dallas Cowboys play. Jerry World. He was 8-0, high school, college, NFL. Last night, his Arizona Cardinals went to Big D and beat the Cowboys 27-17. He did not even have to play.
No, he was wearing a beanie.
He was on the bench. Here's what's interesting. He was on the injured list during the course of the injury report during the course of the week. He was questionable. But the way I read it, he was never really going to play.
Yeah.
And today is the trade deadline, although I'm not sure why any team would want to trade for Kyler Murray.
Who knows?
I mean, this is not to say that he's not a good quarterback. He's fine. But you are just never going to win anything significant with him. But he will be fun. And there is something to fun I'm not knocking fun.
Tell you what, Cardinals were fun to watch yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, they just made it look super easy to score. I mean, Dallas didn't even score their first touchdown with the offense until like the second half. It was special
late.
teams that scored the first one.
Right, block punt. Was it early fourth quarter or late third quarter when I think it was late third quarter when Dallas scored a touchdown. Here's the thing. I actually thought, because the Cardinals stopped moving the ball, I thought Cardinals are going to mess around and do what they try to do against the Panthers.
Yeah.
Right. I was fully on board with this happening. And then Dallas decided, nah.
You have it.
Yeah. We're not that interested in coming back. The interception that Dak Prescott threw ended the game. But Dallas is no good. However, this happened before the game. Jerry Jones told everybody they were going to make a trade.
Guys, we have options, and one of the biggest options is whether to do it or not. You asked us tonight, is this win or loss tonight? I don't know. I don't know. We could conceivably see something that we ought to do in spite of tonight. And in answer to your question, no, there is no trade right now. You wouldn't have to make anything happen tomorrow. I want to be real clear about that. Okay? But there is one that I can do. Without question, there is one I can do. There is not one, but there is one that I can do.
He is the king of talking in circles and saying absolutely nothing.
He did one, though. The Dallas Cowboys did make a trade, and I do believe this will put them over the top and get them maybe to 4 wins. Logan Wilson has been acquired. Victoria?
All right.
Let me, this is a very brief quiz.
Yes.
Do you know what position Logan Wilson plays?
Who knows?
Right?
Receiver?
Just guess. All right, I'm going to write that down. Receiver, wide receiver. And do you know what team he plays for? But before being traded to the Dallas Cowboys.
I know it's not the Panthers.
Correct.
Raiders.
Raiders. So wide receiver from the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Wrong and wrong. Apparently Logan Wilson is a linebacker.
Okay.
Who played for the Bengals until just recently.
Because the Bengals' offensive line's been super.
The Bengals' defense, right? He's a linebacker.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
Yeah, why not?
I would trade asset. They didn't give up anything. They gave up a 7th round pick. Yeah, exactly. Why?
Yeah.
What?
Jerry's just bored. Like, I just don't understand.
Do you see him hanging with Stephen A. Smith during the game last night?
I did see that, but did you also see when Stephen A. left?
No.
I think it was right before halftime when it was obviously done, the game.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, well, it's been fun. You guys have fun up here.
It's too bad. That's too bad. All right, well, let's move on.
Wow.
Logan Wilson. Here's what I do want to confirm. I'm not 100% sure I got the position right. I've literally never heard of Logan Wilson.
I have no clue.
I apologize if that makes me a bad football fan, but I have never heard of Logan Wilson.
I mean, you could have
I
told
can't
me
be
he's
the
a
only one.
country singer, and I'd be like, okay, cool.
I just can't be the only one who's never heard of Logan Wilson.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. The Hurricanes are in New York City to take on the New York Rangers tonight at Madison Square Garden. It will be Pyotr Kochetkov in net for Carolina. First appearance of the season. He played one preseason game, was fine, then didn't feel right, out, went on a conditioning stint for one game. I thought the Hurricanes were going to buy themselves like 2 weeks and let Kochetkov play 2 weeks worth of games in the American Hockey League. He played one game. He stopped 22 of 23 shots. Boop! Bring him right back up. And here we go. All signs point to Carolina going with a lineup that they used in practice yesterday. And if my memory is correct, Taylor Hall, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov on one line. Nick Ehlers will play with Stankoven and Blake on another line. Jarvis joins Stahl and Martinook, my two dads. I love the fact that he calls it that. And then it'll be Jankowski with Kotkaniemi and Bradley Nadeau. The defensive pairs do not change. No Slavin, no Miller, no Gostisbehere. Real quick about the Hurricanes and where they are right now. They are 7-4. They clearly haven't been the same team over the last several games. And I point this out because they've still managed to win enough games, although not lately. They have lost 4 of their last 6. And I'll give you the raw numbers from this 6-game stretch. After going 5-0, they are 2-4 in the last 6. They're actually 3-0 in the last 6. That doesn't really make sense because I thought they were 2-4. Never mind. Either way, what is normally a staple of theirs, the possession metric, shot attempts, has not been. Now, for some teams, a 52.3% shot attempt share would be good. But for Carolina, that number is normally around between 60 and 65. It was early. It has not been of late. They're not underwater, but they're underwater for them when it comes to shot attempts. Also, grade A scoring chances, they're down. And right now, through 11 games for them, but a lot of the league has played 12, and the Rangers have played 13 games. This is their 14th game tonight. Hurricanes' 12th game. The Hurricanes are 15th in the league in grade A scoring chances total. Again, some teams have played more. So the Hurricanes are probably somewhere in terms of per game, in the 10 range, 10 to 12 range. But they're usually first or second. And they're usually first or second when it comes to the percentage of high danger chances created in a game. And they're 8th right now. So it's not the same, and it's not the same because Slavin is out, because Miller is out, because Gostisbehere is out. It's not really about Robinson and Carrier. It is a little bit, but it's not really about them. It's really more about their blue line defending well, because I think they are, but they're not controlling the play. And that is what the Hurricanes miss. They had that in the first handful of games before all of the injuries took hold, before Gostisbehere and Miller went down, before they had to play 3 rookies and Mike Riley at the same time. So I'd love to see this team when it is fully operational. Of course, we don't know when that'll be. We just don't. All right, when we come back, the first college football playoff ranking will be out tonight. Bill Bender, Sporting News, on what he thinks it will tell us next.
His Zamboni is bigger than yours. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Get crazy, Canes fans. It's hockey night in Carolina. It's your Canes and the Rangers.
Blake with it, he scores! Oh, what hands! Jackson Blake, he's a magician, and it's 1-0 Carolina.
Storm Watch with Adam Gold at 6:30. Puck drop at 7.
Snaps the shot, he scores! Sebastian Aho! And it's 2-0 Carolina.
On your official audio home of Hurricanes hockey, 99.9 The Fan.
Adam Gold in studio with my friend Ryan Monsine from the Aluminum Company of North Carolina. People are looking around their homes right now, and they're saying, I need this, I need this, I need this. You guys do everything for the exterior of your home. How do you keep it from being overwhelming for the homeowner?
Right, Adam. The first thing we do is we come out there, do an assessment with the homeowner. It's a no-obligation estimate, and we can break it up into phases of projects, or if you want to break it up into easy monthly payments, we come out there, give you a good plan. It's no pressure, no obligation, and whether it's windows, siding, doors, roofing, most of these projects we give you a lifetime warranty on for the rest of your time in the home. And then you can also break it up into easy monthly payments and make it manageable for your budget.
I love manageable. I love easy monthly payments. I love lifetime warranties. Ryan Monsine from the Aluminum Company of North Carolina. These people are amazing. You should check them out online, aluminumcompany.com.
Holiday scratch-offs, what a gift. It lets them dream just for a bit. Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats, holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Charlie did not die from an overdose. Charlie was poisoned.
No other family should go through this. It's just horrific.
Go to safe.pharmacy. Use the free tool. Learn if the online pharmacy you're using is safe.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate down to 4.99% APR? Hey, it's Dennis Cox. Right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days. Pay off all those high-interest credit cards and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours, paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, and saved $2,100 a month. One call, life changed. There's no wait, no hard credit pull up front. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates are at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 919-381-1760 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto, A+ rated with the BBB and nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call 919-381-1760 and see how much cash you can get today. Loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171 on approved credit. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
This is Adam Gold.
80-second mark, I scream in the booth. I screamed in the booth. Why the heck is he still on the ice?
Did you say it in Finnish?
I should have.
Yes.
No, he wouldn't. He curses in English.
He does.
All right, 2 seconds later, he scored.
Yes.
And I went, oh, that's why. That's why.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Victoria producing the program. Coming up tonight at 8 o'clock, a show that I would never watch and you shouldn't either, but we'll all talk about it tomorrow. That is so true, though. The college football playoffs first ranking show is tonight. I will continue my streak of never watching it. We have a Hurricanes game tonight, so I will otherwise be occupied. But Bill Bender, college football writer for the Sporting News, will be watching it. He will probably write about it. He wrote a projection of the first college football playoff ranking for yesterday's pages in the Sporting News, and he joins us on the Adam Gold Show. Is that an endorsement, a show that you should never watch? I won't either, but we will talk about it tomorrow.
I'm going to watch it. I always do. And I know it's more than just this is what they think, particularly the first one. I will say that. Like, once we do round 2, round 3, round 4, I'm kind of like, I mean, Thanksgiving week, I don't know if I need to tune in and watch. Now we will react to it, as you know. And because it's a television show, right, you always wonder, what's the made-for-TV moment tonight? Is it Indiana number 1? Is it Texas in the top 10? Things like that get your mind moving.
And that is true. I've had many conversations. I do believe that there is some reverse engineering that goes on and maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I don't really think I am. But, like, really, why does that? Oh, look at that. Look who is ranked down there at number 20 and 22 and 23 to give them actual ranked opponents that they beat. But I want to just, since we are in ACC country here, I want to hone in on that stuff first, and then we'll get to the top of the ranking. You have, in your projections, and I am in no way in disagreement with any of this, because, frankly, we understand what the Atlantic Coast Conference is. You have Virginia, 13. That's the highest rated ACC school. Louisville, 15. Georgia Tech, 16. Miami, 17. Just give me your general overview of why you have those four where they are.
Miami's lost through off everything. I'll be first to admit. I still think they're probably the most talented team in the conference. But
Sure.
And if you look at the box score, SMU, you start to wonder, how did they lose this game? SMU had 23 rushing yards.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then you have the turnovers, and Carson Beck has a 73% completion percentage with 9 interceptions. They're the math class that you're going to fail because you don't understand the problem. And Virginia is the highest-ranked team, which they will be. If I was picking an ACC championship game today, I'll let you pick yours next. I would go Georgia Tech, Louisville. I think that's what it's going to be, which means Pitt will probably be there.
Pitt is always the thumbtack on the seat, man. Always. I don't know how they're going to do it this year, I think, because the thumbtacks have been everywhere so far, but Pitt is usually the thumbtack on the seat.
They really are. Well, since the quarterback change, they've played well. They have a great group of linebackers. They're going to play, and they're another thumbtack. That's a great way to put it.
Thank you.
With the Panthers is they play Notre Dame.
Yes.
The thumbtack for Notre Dame if they beat the Irish and hand the Irish a third loss. And one of the debates I do think will kick up tonight, and it has to do with Miami. People are going to say, wait a minute, Miami 2 losses, Notre Dame 2 losses. Didn't Miami beat Notre Dame? But I think it's because Miami's losses are worse. Maybe they're not, but
right.
you got to win that SMU game.
Yes.
Louisville, I'll give to them because they could have done a rematch, but you've got to win that game at SMU.
I agree. And honestly, I remember going back however many weeks we have to go back when it was apparent that Clemson was not going to be able to carry the flag for the league. And I just went, are we really sitting here relying on Mario Cristobal to do this? And that's probably unfair because SMU's not terrible, and winning and losing there in a vacuum isn't terrible. But if you're Miami and you're as good, your personnel is as good as it is, everything you said about that game is 100% true. I am curious about this though. If Miami, and I think it's an if because it is Miami. If Miami finishes the season at 10-2, and the 2 losses, and they've got wins over South Florida, who may be in the top 25 when it's all over, and Notre Dame, who might be in the top 8 when it's all over, won't it be hard to keep them out, especially when you consider that in their non-conference, intentional or not, they played Notre Dame, South Florida, and Florida. They're probably better than, they are better than everybody on Indiana's non-conference schedule. And,
right.
And Penn State's, of course, Penn State doesn't matter because they're not going to be part of this mix. But is there an argument to be made for a 10-2 Miami?
Yes, and that's why I was kind of like, well, the games have to matter. And right now, playing better than Miami. Notre Dame's won 6 straight games by double digits. I understand all that. But if Miami were able to do that, and they had arguably the best first month of the season with that collection of victories that they piled up, you could say, I did look all the way through. People say, well, they're not ranked now, but they were. I value ranked at the time. I do. And if you win 3 games against ranked opponents at the time, it's got to count for something. So I think they would have a strong case at that point. But the problem will be if they're blocked out of the ACC championship game, they're going to be behind those schools in the pecking order, whether it's Virginia, Louisville, Georgia Tech. There are, seven ACC teams with 2 conference losses or less. So it's going to be a messy last couple weeks.
All right, so here's your ACC championship game, and I frankly have no clue how it's going to work. Duke, Louisville.
Okay. I can't say no. Like, what am I supposed to do? Dispute that? No, I can't. I like Louisville. I'm glad we both like Louisville, though. I think with the running game and Isaac Brown he averages like 8 yards a carry. They have 2 really good running backs. Jeff Brom finds a way. Now, one potential thing with Louisville down the stretch that I find interesting is not, one, the Virginia loss. 2, Jeff Brom's going to be candidates for all these Power 4 openings, right? Like Penn State and, who knows? Like, I would call him if I were LSU. I think I've watched him at Purdue and I've watched him at Louisville. Master play caller, gets his teams up for big games, develops quarterback well. And he's a good guy. So, he checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, how much, and it may not matter at all, Bill. Bill Bender of Sporting News is joining us here in the Adam Gold Show. How much does alumni, the fact that he is a Louisville guy, how much does that really matter? And the other part of that is, should it matter?
I'm glad it matters, like in college football. I love that it does because I think it was last week, and we still might, Arizona State's out. You have several guys coaching their alma mater in the top 25. It matters to Kirby Smart. So I went there from Alabama. It matters to Clark Lee, which might make it tough. I think it matters in the case of Clark Lee and Brom, because they're in the playoff hunt at their alma mater. To me, and I'm one of those guys too, like my hometown still means something to me. My alma mater, my high school still means something to me. It's not that I'm a high school hang-on or anything, but I still check because I have relatives that went through there, and I still want the school to do well. OU, I'm an OU Bobcat. That still matters to me. So imagine being the coach of one of those universities. It absolutely does.
Oh, man. We speak to an OU professor often. David Ridpath is a big friend of the show. So I'm excited to have another Ohio. You are talking about Ohio University, right?
I am. Well, one quick stat about the Bobcats this year: they are the only team that has covered against the Ohio State Buckeyes. So, I'm not saying that means that they deserve to be in the playoff, but when you're the only team to cover against number 1, it should count for something.
I believe you said that. I will quote Bill Bender as saying Ohio University belongs as one of the group, as the group of 5 representative. Last year, Georgia Tech played Georgia, and it was a game they should have won. And it was weird because they should have won it but didn't. Miami didn't get credit for losing to a very good football team. And I'm not in any way trying to kind of reverse, relitigate that whole thing. I still think Miami was the team that really got hosed, not Alabama. Anyway, if Georgia Tech plays Georgia like to the wire again and they lose, does it make the rest, if they're 10-2 and they lose that game, but it's another, instant classic, does that matter?
I would think so. I think it shouldn't. I think it is going to be another instant classic. They're playing that one at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and Georgia Tech's not going to be afraid of them. By the way, in that loss, James King had over 500 yards. Yeah. I mean, what? Wow. He's amazing.
Yes.
And Georgia Tech hurt them because I think if they go to the ACC championship at 10-2, lose that game at 10-3, they're probably going to be left out, unfortunately.
Right.
They won't get the same benefit of the doubt SMU did. And that's unfortunate because they would fall under this class of teams. Like another example, not to change the subject, is Texas. Texas could go 9-3, split with Georgia and Texas A&M down the stretch. Their losses at that point would be at Ohio State, at the Swamp against Florida, which that's not an easy place to play, and then either Georgia or Texas A&M. I would argue that a 9-3 Texas team would probably have a better playoff case than some 10-2 teams.
Yes.
But I'll believe it, and I think you'll believe it too when the committee actually sees it that way.
All right, so you've got Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, and they will not play this year. Last year they played. Indiana still got a couple of challenges left in the schedule, although I guess Indiana and Ohio State could play when we get to the Big Ten title game. Maybe they are in line to do that. How do you parse the very top? And you're not necessarily projecting to the end. Yours is a snapshot of today. So how do you look at Ohio State, Indiana, and the top of the bracket? I think you have A&M third.
Yeah, and I won't be surprised if there's a shakeup in there somewhere. It's hard for me not to say Ohio State's won, not with that defense, and not with. I had a stat that I was looking up today is in Smith, when Julian Fan was targeting them last week, he was 11 of 11 for 237 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's cheat code. That's like plugging in Madden and then having the game genie cheat for. That's a really dated reference, but it's cheat code. It's what it is. And Indiana's every week, I'm like, there's no way they're going to blow this team out like this. And they're beating teams like Bo and Woody did in the 70s in the Big Ten. So it does make – I am very interested to see an Indiana-Ohio State Big Ten championship game because it was at the game last year, and I want to see if anything's changed. What has changed? Is Indiana actually closer this time, or are the Buckeyes just this indomitable machine that's not going to get touched through this thing? And I'm really intrigued to see what that answer will be.
So last year, Indiana went through the entire schedule. They played, it was weird, and I know it's not set up necessarily on purpose, but who knows, where if you needed to look at Indiana's conference schedule, just start at the bottom of the Big Ten standings and just work your way up until you got to Ohio State. Michigan wasn't very good. I know they beat Ohio State at the end, but that to me was Ohio State realizing it was just an exhibition at that point. So they did beat Michigan. They lost to Ohio State, and they beat everybody else. This year, obviously, it's a little bit different. Illinois was good. They beat Illinois, convincingly. They beat Oregon, and they beat Oregon this year. And that I think we all went, okay, this is a good team. But for the most part, it seems like almost all of their wins have still been against the Rutgers, the Marylands, the Michigan States, the bottom of that league, and the bottom of that league is bad. It's hard for me to process how good they are because the analytics look great when they have played so few top opponents.
And all of that's fair. And one of that part that is hard for me to gauge is, you just said it, they played Michigan last year and they won 20 to, I think it was like a 1-score game, and Michigan had some of the worst quarterback play in the country. I honestly believe had Michigan, let's say they had Underwood last year, they'd probably beat Indiana. And it's not Indiana's fault that Michigan was that, and it's not just like it's not Indiana's fault that Penn State has found a way to lose 5 straight games. This was supposed to be a top 10 road test for Indiana. And now it's just kind of like Indiana's 14-point favorite at Penn State. What?
That is crazy.
That kind of thing. It's not their fault. But I do believe I am a believer in them.
Yeah.
Because I love the running game. I love the defense. And Curt Cignetti, man, I have an opinion on him. I'm actually kind of moderate on him. Like, I know what he's doing, and I see it, and I see through it. Man, he's fun. He's fun for the game.
Look, I like anybody who's fun for the sport's supposed to be fun. We were just talking about Hurricanes goaltending, and the Canes are starting a goalie tonight who's, when he's playing really well, he is super fun to watch. Now he could be bad, but man, when he's going good, Pyotr Kochetkov, if you care, and I'm not sure you do, Bill, and that's fine. But he is super fun to watch. Indiana is a 15.5-point favorite at Penn State. We live in an alternate universe, Bill Bender.
It's crazy. And for Penn State, some of that is obviously coach and then Drew Aller getting injured. And I thought they ran the ball a little bit against Ohio State in the first half. It just second half when you only have 40 total yards, you're not beating anybody. And I do think Indiana's going to go in there and win and stay on this path toward a 12-0 game, which, again, we can debate the merit of some of these conference championship games, because to me, on one hand, it's like, wow, 12-0 versus 12-0. And then the back end of that is, well, it's probably for the number 1 and the number 3 seed, since we're doing straight seeding now. So not the largest penalty, especially if they go out and do it again.
All right, I'm going to ask you for 2 predictions as we sit here, 5 weeks away from the only ranking that really matters, because the first one doesn't. How many SEC teams will be in the final playoff field?
4.
Ooh,
I think they could try to squeeze a 5th one in, depending on what happens, but they got to play each other. And I think and I'll go ahead and take it a step further. I think those 4 teams will be Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss. Just how they're stacked up right now, because they've got to. We're running out of weeks. There's running out of chances for them to lose. So, and if a 5th one squeezes in, I'll say it's going to be Texas.
Okay, I agree there. So which of the Big 12 or ACC gets a second team?
I think right now the Big 12 is a better bet, and the way they get there is if BYU and Texas Tech split. So if Texas Tech wins this weekend and they both have 1 loss, and they get to the end and play again, and maybe one of them has 2. The ACC's path to it would, I think, require Notre Dame losing, because then we don't have to compare the Irish to them. And maybe Virginia, which, by the way, that thing where they played NC State and lost, but it's not a conference game, that's going to confuse a lot of people for the next 28 days. It already got me last weekend.
It confused people before the game was even played. I hate those things. It's just it is what it is. Bill Bender, Sporting News at Bill Bender 92. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show, and we'll talk about it down the road.
Hey, you can call me anytime. It's a lot of fun. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
You got it. Bill Bender here on the Adam Gold Show. I'm not going to watch tonight because it's fine. I got other things to do.
Yeah, Canes are on.
But yes, the Canes are on. And if I wasn't watching the Canes, Duke, Texas is on. They're going to play a real college basketball game. Look, I know a lot of people, and I saw about 10 minutes of Carolina and Central Arkansas, and about 10 minutes. I saw Will Wade pick up a technical foul, which I'm sorry I laughed. I don't even know what he was arguing about. I really don't. Was he arguing with the referee, or was he mad at one of his players? Because it looked to me like he might have been upset at something his player did and ended up getting a technical foul for it. I don't really care.
Like I said earlier, he did 3 pumps instead of 2. So that's the thing now. That's the new thing now.
Have Key and Peele weighed in on that yet?
They're working on it.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I had not seen the bit. I'd heard about the bit, but I had not seen the bit, and then we saw the bit yesterday. Like, yeah, that's funny.
That's great.
That is great. Those guys are awesome. Yeah, but I watched 10 minutes of the state game, and the thing that jumped out to me is that band, they are big. Obviously can shoot the basketball, but they are big. Carolina's also got incredible length and size inside. Caleb Wilson's I think he's a power forward, but I think Carolina's going to play a lot of big lineups, and they'll have him at the 3 some. My only fear about the Tar Heels, are they good enough with the ball? Like, not every game is going to be a track meet where you could, get up and down the floor and fast break teams into oblivion. There was a fair amount of that for the Wolfpack last night too. So that is my one fear. I don't know if they're going to be good enough in a half court set, things like that. And I want to see more of State, but State does look like they have a lot of weapons, a ton of weapons. Should be fun, but those 2 teams really weren't pushed, to say the least, yesterday. And we'll see what happens when they do get pushed. I know Carolina's got Kansas coming up, but State's schedule will get them ready for conference play. Will absolutely get them ready for conference play. All right, we'll take a break. We have to stretch. We have to place bets. All of that. I got that right this time, Victoria.
You You did. Good job. Yes.
Next.
Still arguing whether hockey or golf has the tougher dress code? The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. NBA action heating up, and you've got 3 ways to play. You can get a profit boost token. I love those. You can play it cool with a no-sweat bet, or get a little backup with a bet-back token. All the information is right there for you in the FanDuel app. So I like a little boost action. I like that. I like taking my plus money to even higher plus money values. That's the way I roll. I don't do anything that's minus. FanDuel.com/AGS, FanDuel.com/AGS for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
When people put their feet under a table, it means more than just consuming food. Getting the restaurant back open, that meant to the community a lot of normalcy. The public health department checked the wells so that we knew where we could get water that was able to be used.
And it was neighbor helping neighbor, and I'm so proud to work in this little small county.
NC Public Health, everywhere, every day, everyone.
Are you looking for a 2-year hands-on agricultural degree while still gaining the university experience? I'm Lee Ivey, Director of the Agricultural Institute at NC State University. We offer 6 associate's degrees that span the agricultural industry and set our students up to meet their goals. Come live on campus, learn on our farms, and be a part of the NC State community. Learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
One Adam Gold. One Adam Gold.
Is he married to a person or just himself? Because that, I feel like that's very Aaron Rodgery of him to have the twist in there.
It's a very good question.
So, I don't know. We still don't know if it's a person.
Would he get down on one knee to ask himself over an ayahuasca?
Yes.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Victoria producing the program. I'm still digesting the fact that the Jets traded Sauce Gardner, cornerback, who's very good. Look, let me reset that. He's excellent, but I don't think he's a top 5 cornerback in the league. He makes $30 million or something to that effect. He is 25, but this is year 5. And they traded him for 2 first-round picks. I find the people slamming the Jets for trading a 2-time All-Pro, I find that, like, have you seen their record with the 2-time All-Pro?
Right.
And me, former Jets fan, but we'll just say empathizer. I would trade him. They did. I would trade Garrett Wilson. They haven't. I would trade Breece Hall. They haven't. I would trade anyone of any value if I were the Jets, not because I think I could make my team better, but because I like those players as people and I want what's best for them.
Yeah.
I would mercy trade those players. The Jets are years away from winning. By the time the Jets get good enough to win, Sauce Gardner will be pretty close to his sell-by date. Let him go win somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right? The Colts might have that magic dust this year.
That's what we had to do with CMC.
Exactly.
We had to let the little birdie fly.
When you watch, and now they haven't won a Super Bowl in San Francisco, when you watch Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers, do you root for him and them or not?
I root for him. I want him to be happy.
That's the way I looked at it.
He'll always be deuce in my brain, even though he's 23.
That's right. He's 23 out there. All right. Just the way I look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's stretch.
Well, this might be a little easier for some to digest, or maybe not, because Oreo now wants to make a different flavor of Oreo.
Wait, there's thousands of Oreo flavors.
I know.
You can get apple pie Oreos.
Yes, you can.
Gross.
I've seen
No,
those.
It's not an Oreo.
I have seen that. Wow. Wait till you hear about this one, because now they want to make Oreos taste like Thanksgiving.
What?
And so you can get these in special little tins and everything, because, why not? They have announced that they are making special edition tins of cookies that will taste like Thanksgiving foods. You cannot get these in the stores, so you have to order them online, but they come in 6 different flavors, and each tin has 2 of each. So, prepare yourself.
Right.
These flavors start with turkey and stuffing. That's 1 flavor, not 2.
This is a cookie?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Turkey and stuffing. Then they have sweet potato as a flavor.
I mean, I like sweet potato.
I do too.
I wouldn't eat a cookie.
That'd be weird as a cookie. Cranberry sauce. The apple pie that you mentioned. Yeah, the caramel, however, tomato you want to call it. Apple pie. That's 1. And they have pumpkin pie. This last one, though, gets me. Cream corn.
Again, like cream corn.
I do too, but
a
as
whole
a
bunch,
cookie?
but no.
And is it yellow?
None of it's a cookie.
I want to see what these look like. Are they dyeing them like colors? Like the cranberry sauce cookie, is this going to be some burgundy?
So gross.
Certain kind. Is the pumpkin pie going to be orange? I have so many questions. Maybe online you can find the answers at Oreo.com, because you can get these tins, but they will cost you $20 a tin. So, and that's not counting shipping and handling. So yeah, probably like $25. So yeah,
gosh.
You people have fun with that if you're into trying weird Oreos. I don't know. I'm just waiting, because it's just starting the holidays. So when Christmas comes around, they're going to have some more weird, like, funky flavors that you're just like, why? Why do we have to do this? But maybe you could place a really good bet and buy some of these.
Place your bets. Here we are. I bet you slice into the woods $100.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
Okay, you can owe me. I owe you nothing.
All right. I don't remember how I did yesterday, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
You go.
Oh, I didn't do great because I did not think the Cowboys were going to lose like they did. But to each, everyone's surprised. However, tonight, our Carolina Hurricanes are in New York taking on the Rangers. You know, we love to see the Canes beat the Rangers, especially in New York, where they have been winless at home, I believe, so far. So give me Sebastian Aho, our Aho, anytime goal score, plus 175.
All right, all I know about this game is that it's not going over 5.5.
Okay.
I have a hard time seeing this game going over 3.5, to be honest. I think this game has 2-1 written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's we're going to have some fun. Under 5.5 goals. Kochetkov, more than 22.5 saves. Shesterkin, more than 25.5 saves. That is plus 510.
Oh, okay.
We found value.
Like you mentioned, I do also believe it will be under 5.5. So give me the Canes to win on the road and under 5.5. That together is 255. Plus 255.
All right, we are in Paris for PSG and Bayern Munich. Give me Bayern Munich plus 165. I mean, Harry Kane's going to score, but that might bring the value of the wager down if you do a parlay, because Harry Kane scores all the time.
Yeah.
Let me see what it does to it. Harry Kane. I have to get all the other bets out of here to make it. Let's see. Plus 241. PSG wins. Harry Kane scores.
Nice.
Not PSG. Bayern wins.
My last one. That's all a mystery to me. My last one. I'm going to go to the Utah Mammoth are in Buffalo taking on the Sabres. I don't know if you saw this. The Sabres now have instead of a beer stick, they have a beer saber now.
Do they?
Yeah. I think the fans might need that tonight because Utah, they're a little spunky. So give me Utah to get an on-the-road win, and I will go with under 6.5. That's plus 200.
All right. Without getting fancy, we're just going to give you one pick, no parlay, no huge value. Duke is going to beat Texas, I think. But, man, 10.5 points is what it is on FanDuel right now. That's a lot. That's a lot of points for the first game of the regular season. Yeah, give me Texas in the points. I do think Duke wins, but 10.5 is too many points.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, it's Adam Gold from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. It is a Tuesday, feels like an NBA Tuesday, and every Tuesday, FanDuel is giving you the chance to control the deal. How about this? Would you like a profit boost, a no-sweat bet, or a little backup with a bet-back token? You can find out all the information on what these are on the world's greatest sports app, FanDuel. I personally like a profit boost. FanDuel.com/AdamGold, FanDuel.com/AdamGold. Take advantage of FanDuel because they want you to take advantage of them. What a country. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
Pack Therapy is in session, thanks to First Horizon Bank. It's Tim Donnelly from 99.9 The Fan, alongside legendary Wolfpack play caller Mike Glennon.
Every episode of Pack Therapy is your chance to get dialed in with inside information on your team.
We'll set you up for every Wolfpack game all season long.
And we'll break down every contest, what went right and what could have worked better.
Plus, special guests to keep Wolfpack hope alive.
Follow and subscribe to Pack Therapy wherever you discover your favorite podcasts, and watch every episode on YouTube.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Here's Megan with Parkway Sleep Centers.
Are sleepless nights affecting your life? Parkway Sleep Health Centers can help. We've treated sleep disorders in the Triangle and beyond for over 20 years. We offer sleep studies, office visits, CPAP machines, supplies, and more. And our streamlined process allows us to see you sooner and usually saves hundreds of dollars.
End sleep problems. Live your best life. Experience the Parkway Sleep difference. Visit parkwaysleep.com and start your journey to better sleep today. Parkway Sleep Health Centers. Sound sleep. Sound health.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here from my friends at Buffalo Brothers. During hockey season, I'm bouncing from coast to coast like a puck on ice. But when I'm back in town, I always head to Buffalo Brothers for the best wings on the planet. And check this out. Now they have a new flavor, chili lime. You can't beat the great specials at all 5 Triangle locations, like half-price pizzas, Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6. You can dine in or carry out. BuffBrothers.com. Aw, man, now I want wings.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Broadcasting live from the Lenovo Studios. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan. The Triangle Sports Leader.
And the 0-2. Swing and a broken bat roller out to short. Bats up with it. Steps out second. On to first. And it's a double play. And the Dodgers have won it. Here in 11, the Dodgers turn the double play and finish off the Jays 5-4 in the final. And they celebrate to the left of the pitcher's mound, jumping up and down. The Dodgers, repeat champions for the first time in baseball in 25 years. The Dodgers are World Series champs.
We're in a little bit of a run of repeat champions, aren't we?
Appears to be.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Not a repeat champion. No, we are. We are a repeat champion in our own minds. Victoria producing the program. Shelby Swanson covers the Tar Heels for the News and Observer. We'll talk about a win on the football field and game 1 for Hubert Davis's squad. We will kill 2 heels with 1 tar. Coming up in about 15 minutes, she will join us. And then a little bit later on in the program, almost as we're getting out of here, Steve Malik, who is the owner of North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage. We will discuss the decision to suspend play for the men's team, which plays in the USL Championship. They have a playoff game, by the way, a conference semifinal match against Rhode Island coming up on Saturday at Wake Med Soccer Park. And we'll get to the bottom of why he decided to do this. Now, they're going to try and come back and play in when the USL First Division play begins, but that's not until 2028. So we have questions for Steve Malik about that. And we'll also talk about the Courage, who just missed out on the playoffs, but had one of those, how did you survive that type of a season? and they nearly made the playoffs after all the stuff that they had been through. So good for them, but not quite there. The guys are in the playoffs. It's not the highest level of soccer in the United States, but it's still a very good level, but they haven't enjoyed enormous support. Anyway, we'll talk about that with Steve Malik coming up later on. Right now, Wall of Sound.
The Wall of Sound is a function of this studio. There's no doubt about it.
Hurricanes, Rangers, Madison Square Garden, Pyotr Kochetkov in net for Carolina. I like it. I think, playing against the Rangers has, in general, brought out his best. Playing against Russian goalies, for whatever reason, has also brought out Pyotr Kochetkov's best.
Maybe he can bring a little spark to the team, too.
Well, they certainly could use it.
Mm-hmm.
Offense has not been great. They haven't really generated a ton of chances. Normally the Hurricanes play the volume game. If we can get a whole bunch of chances, we will eventually, by accident, run into 3 or 4 goals. Right now, they're not getting those chances. They are still one of the top scoring teams in the league, but they're not getting the oodles of chances that they normally get. All right, a couple of things from Rod Brindamore. First, rookie right winger Bradley Nadeau, who does have a goal, on how he has adjusted.
It's a tough spot to throw him in. I think he's, we would love to see him. We haven't seen the power play much because we haven't had any. That's what you envision him ripping one-timers, and we just haven't had the opportunities yet. So I think the 5-on-5 stuff, he's playing, fourth line. It's tough to get a ton of minutes. But he's been, he scored a nice goal, had the one off the post the one night. He's been around it, and I think the more games he gets under his belt, the more comfortable and probably the more impactful he'll be.
I have a question for the head coach. Did you just number your lines?
I know.
That might come up when we talk later.
Yeah.
I caught you.
Mm-hmm.
You numbered lines.
Yeah.
I'll give him a hard time about it.
Maybe he's listening right now and is going to text you.
No, he's in New York. He's not. Well, he might be. I'm sure he has the app.
Yeah.
He might has the app.
Yep.
All right. The Hurricanes. This is my own opinion. There's no way to quantify this, but I think it does matter. Carolina not generating the chances. You would think, well, they're only missing Carrier and Robinson. You're right. But I think Carolina relies upon their blue line for puck possession. It's not just a forecheck. They rely upon their blue line for puck possession, and half of their blue line is upstairs. Slavin, Miller, Gostisbehere. Slavin, the most important of those players, no offense to the others, and Rod gives us sort of a hopeful update.
It was worrisome all the time when he's not in the lineup, but I think talking to him, it feels like everything's getting in the right direction. So when he feels, that he can be Jacob Slavinish, he's going to get out there, but it's just not quite there yet.
All right, well, we need him to be there. And as a result of no Slavin, no Miller, no Ghost, there's been a heavy rotation of different players on the back end.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's we don't really have pairings. We kind of just mix and matching it, and who's going, and with that situation, that makes it a little harder for a guy who's used to playing a certain spot. But that's what we're dealing with. We have to keep pushing. I didn't mind our game the other night. We were right there. A couple of mistakes ended up being the difference, but got to find a way to get something out of those games where you're playing okay.
Yeah, I mean, they did that. That happened against Vegas twice, where they were right there, didn't work, didn't get anything out of it, and that game in Boston was zeros going to the third period, and you made 2 mistakes. Boom, now you're chasing. Even 1 goal, you're chasing the game because Carolina's just not generating enough offense, enough chances. This is why I think today is going to be. The Rangers' defense has been good. Igor Shesterkin has been mid, but He was great early. Hasn't been, I don't think he has been as good late, but he was amazing early, but it won't matter. He'll be good against Carolina tonight. Guarantee it. All right, to the Carolina Panthers and head coach Dave Canales. This is from yesterday. The trade deadline is today, and we've got about 2 more hours before which it closes. Here's what Dave Canales had running through his mind going to today.
Philosophically speaking, it's just, it's value, need and value, all those things kind of taken into consideration as we look at it and talk about, who could potentially help us at this point. And I also understand, there's a lot more that goes into it, but it's got to be fair value and things have to match up, the need with what you're willing to give up for that, understanding that as we put this team together and as we build it, all those picks in the draft are really important for us as we continue to build this team. But again, it's to me, I don't take in the record into consideration. I'm trying to win this game. We're trying to win. We're trying to beat the New Orleans Saints this week. And that's got to be the focus and mentality, for me as a coach. And then, of course, Dan has to take in all the things, in terms of just the future of the team, weighing that with right now and the challenges that we have in front of us.
Let's be honest. The Panthers aren't adding anything at the trade deadline. It would be silly to give away any assets to bring something in. And I don't know that they would be even convinced to trade something out for future assets because there's nothing that they would be willing to trade that would move the needle in terms of assets. Could you get, and literally I'm just I'll throw out a name, means nothing. Even if you traded Taylor Moton, what are you going to get? A 5th round pick?
Right.
Come on. Why?
You're not going to get 2 firsts.
Right. Exactly. So, because you're not adding anything of significance, they're not going to do anything. Here's one more thing from Dave Canales, because they do have a couple of nice wins under their belt. I know Dallas is, kind of a train wreck, but shutting down that offense is good. And they just beat Green Bay. Are they now announcing themselves difficult to beat?
We're just 1 week at a time, just looking for our group to play to the standard that we have for ourselves. That's what matters the most. To me, it's not about messaging. It's not about sending any message to anybody else but ourselves. Can we recapture the process and the excellence in the week it takes to have positive results on Sunday? And we got to stay locked into that mentality so we can return and get back to work.
Man, just focus. Elbow grease. Nose to the grindstone. Do you put your nose to the grindstone? Is that what we put to the grindstone? It seems like that would
Tyler
be.
Childers does, if you know who that is.
Who's that?
He's a great singer. I love his music. Yeah.
Sounded like a singer or like a free safety.
Oh, yeah, it could be either or.
I could see him.
Like Logan
He just
Wilson.
got traded for a 4th round pick.
Like Logan Wilson.
Is Logan Wilson a safety?
No.
I have no idea. Is that,
guy,
I don't know what position he plays.
Who knows? It's linebacker. It's still linebacker.
It might be. I could be wrong. I thought it was now I got to find it. He's a linebacker.
Yes.
Now with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Cowboys are ready. They're making their push for the playoffs.
Jerry feels good.
Exactly. Shelby Swanson covers the Tar Heels for the News and Observer. She joins us next.
Asheville to Wilmington, Boone to Durham, The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
For the Panthers, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Bryce Young, if it's hurt Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, it comes down to one thing. The team isn't good enough to overcome turnovers. Protect the football. Whether your ankle's hurt or not, don't turn it over and let the defense and running game do the rest.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Holiday scratch-offs for the gifted. Let some dream just for a bit. Ski trip, cruise ship, sports car, pristine yard, courtside seats, fancy meats. Holiday scratch-offs can't be beat.
Give the gift of what if from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.19 to 9.95. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
My name is Luis Fonsi. No one should face Alzheimer's or other dementias alone. Resources are available at alz.org and by calling the Alzheimer's Association's 24/7 free hotline at 800-272-3900.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate down to 4.99% APR? Hey, it's Dennis Cox. Right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days. Pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours, paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, and saved $2,100 a month. One call, life changed. There's no wait, no hard credit pull up front. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates are at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 919-381-1760 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto, A+ rated with the BBB and nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call 919-381-1760 and see how much cash you can get today. Loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171 on approved credit. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey girl, haven't seen you downtown lately.
Nope, sticking to our go-to places.
You mean like Sharky's?
Well, we love our Sharky's. Best wings and gumbo on the planet. But we never miss the $5 sangrias on Wednesdays at the new Salt and Lime and Mexican pints on Thursdays for $3.
You know my boy loves the House of Hops. No better selection of craft beer in the state. Loves their specials, their food trucks, and you know I love my wine. They have a wonderful selection.
And have I told you about our new takeout spot, Che Empanadas? It's right next to Sharky's. They have 20 different types of authentic Argentinian empanadas, and they are incredible, especially the breakfast ones. You gotta try it.
Sounds perfect. And how awesome is it that they're so close to each other?
Oh, it's perfect, all right.
Give them a try. Che Empanadas, House of Hops, Salt and Lime, and Sharky's. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from each other off Raleigh Road, Glenwood, and Grove Barton.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
One Adam. Gold. One Adam. Gold.
Is he married to a person or just himself?
Because I feel like that's very Aaron Rodgery of him to have the twist in there.
It's a very good question.
Oh, I don't know. We still don't know if it's a person.
Would he get down on one knee to ask himself over an ayahuasca?
Yes.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. I made myself laugh during the commercial break. How many times have I told people, Victoria, I try to do this show for what I want.
Yes.
I want to make myself happy, and if I do that, I think it translates. I think it just, the enjoyment is infectious.
Mm-hmm.
He hopes. The Jets made another trade. Quinnen Williams, defensive. Now, this is a legit dude.
Right, Pro Bowler.
Quinnen Williams, well, so is Sauce Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
But Quinnen Williams is a legit interior defensive line destructor, and they traded him to Dallas. This is like a real trade.
Mm-hmm.
They got, I believe, a second this year and a first next year. So the reason I brought up the whole thing was the Jets now have enough first-round draft capital to draft the quarterback of the future for the Seattle Seahawks.
Nice.
Sam Darnold and Geno Smith. Thank you very much. All right, last night at the Smith Center, the Tar Heels got off to a great start to this season. Hubert Davis had to be pretty excited to see those guys go out. They got a lot of size. There's a lot of dynamic players around the court. Shelby Swanson from the News and Observer, our new best friend, was there to see it. Were you impressed, Shelby?
Yeah, I mean, I would say certainly. Again, I don't know if there's too much that you can take from, a game against Central Arkansas, but I think the real test obviously will be this Friday when the team hosts Kansas, the first trip for the Jayhawks to the Dean Dome. That'll be really the marquee matchup, and I think the first real look in a real game that matters, right, outside of that BYU game, what they can do. But, yeah, I mean, certainly impressive. I mean, Caleb Wilson continues to dominate, finish with 22 points on 8 of 10 shooting, and I'm going to let you guess. There was one three-pointer. How many dunks do you think he had?
4.
7.
What?
7 dunks with 4 rebounds, 3 assists in 25 minutes. So it wasn't just like the volume in which he scored, but it was the manner in which he did it. After the game, we were talking to Coach Davis, and hey, like, when's the last time that you've seen a guy maybe with such a kind of tenacity for just, dunking the ball? And really what we kind of landed on was Bryce Johnson.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Caleb Wilson continues to impress. It's really clear that he's going to be kind of the vehicle that drives his team, but also Luka Bogovac finally, cleared to play, reached double figures, as well as Henry Vasar. Henry Vasar got his first career double-double, kind of shocking to, I guess, admit. Kyan Evans also reached double figures, really impressive with the game-high 5 assists. So it looks like, all the pieces are, they're cooking. They're doing their thing. It seems like a really well-balanced team, seeing a lot more ball movement already. They had, I want to say it was 23 assists on the game, and the season high last year was 24. So that's something that they really need to improve upon. Kind of got stagnant at times last year. So I would say so far so good.
All right, so let's kind of take the like a snapshot of everything that we have seen from UNC, and obviously Central Arkansas at home. They were clearly outmanned because we don't have Scottie Pippen playing anymore for Central Arkansas.
Right. I noticed he wasn't out there, right?
He would have made a difference, although maybe not now. I'm not sure. And I do want to circle back to Caleb Wilson, and I also want to get to football before we run out of time. But so and I guess it's really the BYU game plus this, which would be the BYU game has more of the competition involved.
Right.
Is it clear how they're going to run their offense? Like, who is it running through? Who is going to be the point, the lead? How much of it is running through Kyan Evans? How much of it is running through Seth Trimble? Are they going to use a big, like Duke used Cooper Flagg, really to run their offense through a year ago? Do we get a sense of how North Carolina is going to operate?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think it's going to be kind of the same approach, Coach Davis, but just with different tools and more flexibility, if that makes sense. Coach Davis is somebody that has continued to emphasize, he wants to dominate points in the paint,
right,
through, dribble penetration and, dominate on the boards, all of that. And you kind of got a sense of that. The team was able to drive inside and, then pass back out for the three-point shot. They have a lot of different guys that can shoot the ball this season, not just Evans, but Bogovac, obviously. And he didn't have the most efficient performance, but I wouldn't look too much into that because, he didn't know he was playing in the game until about like 30 minutes before. Didn't really go through his warm-up, but he can shoot it. Evans can shoot it. I know Seth's been working on his outside shot a little bit more. We have yet to see that from him, but also some of these guys, Powell, Young that they brought in from the transfer portal should be able to, even Derek Dixon, the freshman, can really hit that three in stretches. But it's going to come from pushing the pace and going inside out. That's something that I know Seth Trimble talked a lot about after the game, the importance of that, and just their ability to get downhill and attack. And it also starts on the defensive end. That's a difference in this game from the Winston-Salem State game when they kind of got into that early hole because they weren't getting stops on the defensive end. You get that stop, you're able to push the ball out in transition. That's really where UNC has thrived in the past and will continue to thrive. But I think you have a lot more dynamic playmakers now who can get the ball in their hand and make that happen. Whereas last year it was kind of all through Elliot Cadeau leading the point,
Right.
and then, all right, is RJ going to be able to, put up 30 and get us out of this one? There's a lot more folks I think that they can go to this year.
Yeah, and there's so much length because you've got not only Vesar but Stevenson, and I mean, can you see them playing two bigs and Caleb Wilson together?
Yeah, well, I mean, you could certainly have a lineup where you have, let's say like Vesar at the 5, Stevenson at the 3, Wilson at the 4, and then, at the 1 you have a Kai Evans, at the 2 you have a Tremble or Luca.
It's a big lineup.
I mean, that is a huge lineup, and that's just one option I'm going to throw out at you. But that's something that, Coach Davis prioritized this offseason. He talked a lot and has continued to talk about the importance of not just size, but positional size. And that's also really crucial when you have somebody like a Kai Evans at the point who is maybe a little bit undersized, but you can kind of do some things cross-matching with, have, Tremble go out there and, guard the opposing point guard, or, Jaron Stevenson obviously can match up on guards and to great success. He did that when he faced RJ, when he was playing at Alabama last year. So, yeah, I mean, the positional size and the length is a huge, huge plus for this team that we've really yet to see outside of maybe a flash just in the BYU game, because, again, they haven't really been tested too much by some of the offenses that they've played early.
No doubt. Shelby Swanson from the News and Observer, Shelby M. Swanson on Twitter, is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. Yeah, it's interesting. I think Stevenson would love to be at the 3 and not at the 4. You could tell in his brain, he probably had a growth spurt somewhere and shot up like 13 inches one summer, because you could tell he really wants to be a guard. Let me get to football. Last time we spoke, they had not won a league game. That is erased. The obvious question is, how much of a relief do you think it is? We talked to Bryn Renner yesterday, but did you notice anything? Was it a yes, this is the reward for the hard work? What was the mindset of those guys after the fact?
For sure, and I'm speaking a little bit more secondhand to this just because I did not make the trip up to Syracuse. I was at home, trick-or-treating with my family. I'll certainly take that. But just in talking to some of the players and Coach Belichick today, actually, they had their kind of weekly press conference. I think it's a big boost. Now, Belichick's not somebody that's going to go too much into his mood. Even when he was pressed about it, he kind of laughed and offered something like, I was happy to win, but da-da-da. But certainly I know, video came out kind of on their social media of him talking to the team afterwards, and he encouraged them, this is, a testament to your hard work and the idea that they're finally seeing it show up on the scoreboard. And I think it's a huge plus. I mean, again, we're talking about these aren't professionals. These are young men and, teenagers, some of them. And so I think just kind of the almost like emotional factor there of just being able to see, okay, we've come so close, just a matter of yards the last 2 weeks, and then finally to be able to get that win. Again, albeit against a true freshman quarterback that was a former lacrosse recruit. And yes, the Syracuse has the worst defense statistically in the ACC, but, it's a win nonetheless, and that matters. And you've seen the defensive line go from, I was looking through my notes today, Belichick said in the past that when he and his staff showed up, he was hired in December, the team had like 3 defensive linemen. Now, I mean, that defensive line is really kind of a big plus of this Tar Heels team. They've been really stout, particularly behind Melcart. And then on the offensive side, Gio Lopez has continued to tack on just better and better performances, had, his best performance to that point in the loss against UVA, and then outperformed that, just on Friday. Obviously, Damon June doing his thing both in on the ground and through the air, was just tearing through the Syracuse defense. And so I think just those kind of tangible steps forward that you're seeing from all these different groups of the team, that's a really big plus. And then just at the end of the day, being able to get in the win column is huge when you're talking about just the motivation, the mentality of these young men on the team.
Yeah, especially the younger guys, right? You don't, and I would say that about anybody. You don't come to college, you don't get to this level to lose. You believe you're doing the right thing. So for Damon June, who we could see this coming, he was unplayable. Syracuse had no answer for him. Part of me is surprised that the numbers weren't bigger, but he only touched the ball 15 times. I mean, obviously there were fewer plays in the game. It's like a shorter game, even though it was just because the clock kept running. But I was impressed with what I watched, and you could tell their defense is getting better. That's definitely the area that I believe they have improved the most. They look like they're not easy to play against, and that's a huge step for where they were a month ago.
It is, and I mean, just listening back to, Stanford head coach Frank Reich, obviously, the Cardinal, that's the next team to beat for this UNC team. He, shouted out the defense, UNC's defense on his weekly press conference, saying that, they look, really stout. They more or less, and not using those exact words that you said, but look hard to play against. And he said that he had seen, kind of steps week after week in terms of their ability to, adapt schematically to what Belichick was expecting. It's definitely a far cry from the team that got gashed against TCU, against UCF. You look at that, first quarter against Clemson to where they are now. And again, part of that is, difference in terms of just kind of the level of competition, right? But I think a lot of it is just gelling together, more time to play together, guys being able to trust the man to their left and right to do their job, just discipline and, the gaps, all those things, the pad level. I could keep going on and just give you kind of the coach speak.
Sounds like you've talked to Bill. When you say do your job, Shelby, you've obviously spent a lot of time talking to Bill. By the way, Syracuse quarterback, a lacrosse recruit. He's gone to the right spot. Final question for you. Since you said you were trick-or-treating, were you in costume or not?
Yeah, so I was in costume. I was dressed as Other Mother from Coraline. It's kind of like the villain in that animated movie. But it's funny, I was going around my neighborhood, and I actually did run into a neighbor dressed as Bill Belichick. So even though I was not at the game, can't escape it. So
very good.
But that was funny.
That was awesome. All right. Well, there were a lot of those costumes out there. We even saw a Bill and Jordan as skeletons.
Of course.
Yes, we did. Shelby Swanson from the News and Observer, who covers the Tar Heels. I appreciate your time. Happy Halloween, belatedly.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I still got lots of candy left over, so we're celebrating over here.
Excellent. I appreciate your time. We'll do it again.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. Shelby Swanson here on the Adam Gold Show. All right, when we come back, you know what we haven't done yet? It's Tuesday. It is time to tell you who the best and worst are of the National Football League. So we'll do that. We'll do top 5, bottom 5. And Steve Malik, the owner of North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage, on why he reached the decision to suspend the men's team after this season. They will not play competitively next year. Next.
Delivering more hits than the Canes forecheck.
He scores!
The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Scams increase during the Medicare open enrollment period, so stay alert. Never give your Medicare, Social Security, credit card, or bank account numbers to anyone who contacts you unexpectedly and claims to be from Medicare. Your caller ID may show Medicare's name or phone, but caller ID can be spoofed. Just hang up. Visit ncshiip.com or call toll-free at 855-408-1212. SHIP provides free, unbiased help in all 100 counties. opportunities.
North Carolina ranks second in the nation in potential agricultural land lost by the year 2040. The NC Forever Farms program supports the preservation of family farms through permanent agricultural conservation easements and has received a record number of applications for 3 straight years. Landowners interested in preserving their working farm through the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services can learn more by visiting ncadfp.org.
You don't need a 4-year degree to have a rewarding career that makes a difference in people's lives every day. As a public power line worker, you'll build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system to keep the lights on in your community. 4 months in a community college program provides the training you need to begin your career as an apprentice line worker in public power. And being a local government employee in North Carolina comes with excellent benefits. To learn more about line worker and other public power careers, visit electricities.com.
As a school nurse, I feel like we're really that contact for the schools between the Department of Public Health and what goes on in the school system.
The face of the Department of Public Health in our school is our nurse, Nurse Emma. All the communication that she was receiving and direction she was receiving, she made sure to communicate with us and be a wonderful partner with us.
These kids need their routines.
NC Public Health. Everywhere, every day, everyone.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
Your background may not include agriculture, but 2 years at the Agricultural Institute will prepare you for a career in it. Whether you are a military veteran with an arsenal of skills, kickstarting your second career, or about to graduate high school, the Agricultural Institute at NC State University is the right place for you. Nurture your passion and find your career. Learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
Did you know? Atlantic hurricane season runs through November. From gathering necessary supplies to planning an evacuation route, now is the time to make sure you and your family are prepared. And if a storm damages our electric system, local public power providers are ready to respond and restore power quickly and safely. As a public power customer, you benefit from having an electricity provider that restores power faster than other providers do. Visit electricities.com for storm preparation tips and resources.
This is Adam Gold.
See Bettman take all that time to walk out, then to see the pick bro hug no less than 20 guys on his way up there. And then this draft house, they just moved this wall like the Price is Right. I don't know.
It's a showcase showdown back there.
I know.
That would be great. So we should spin a wheel,
yeah,
right? Exactly.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Steve Malik, owner of the North Carolina Courage and North Carolina FC, will join us, talk about the decision to cease competitive football for the men's team after this playoff run is over. They have a playoff game on Saturday, and the news broke today that they would not have a 2025-26 season in USL Championship. The hope is to kind of reorganize things, get a stadium, and they've already applied to be part of USL Division I, which would be a top-tier American soccer league, but that is not supposed to start until 2028. So long time between now and then. Real quick, before we do top 5, bottom 5, in honor of Election Day, we offered to have you vote for your favorite current Hurricanes player, and we are well over 200 votes cast. And right now, Seth Jarvis, as I will say 30% of the precincts reporting, said we could probably project Seth Jarvis to be your winner.
Yes.
Well over 60.8%.
Not surprised.
Alexander Nikishin, 18.9%. Sebastian Aho, 14.2%. He's looking at his right wing and goes, what?
Well,
I was here before you.
I know.
Do we have to do the elf on the shelf bit again?
Maybe that's what they need.
Can I tell you that that's maybe the funniest thing that I have ever seen a team do?
So great.
He played it so beautifully. Andrei Svechnikov has registered 6.1%.
Wow. All right.
I might have shamed people into doing that. But
probably.
Either way.
Felt guilty.
There you go. All right. We got to be quick here because Steve Malik's going to be on with us in just a few minutes. The best and worst of the NFL.
I made sure it was quiet this time. Yeah. That way it didn't,
It hurt my ears last time.
I know.
Do you have a preference? You want me to start low or high?
I think we started low last time, so we should start high this time.
All right, we'll go number 5. The New England Patriots, who have won 6 in a row, but really did try to lose to the Falcons on Sunday. It's a little curious. Drake May is legit. He's got Stephon Diggs. I'm still not quite sure that the Patriots are really that good. They do have a win at Buffalo, and they will play in Tampa coming up this week. 6-game winning streak, nothing to sneeze at. Number 4, the Detroit Lions, 5-3. Yeah, they lost at home to the Minnesota Vikings, but that's why you don't take division games in survivor pools, people, because those games are wacky. I still think Detroit is awesome. Won't be surprised a bit if they are in the Super Bowl. They lost to the Vikings 27-24. They are in Washington. They have a pretty good, not a great, point differential, but they're only 2 games over 500 at 5-3, plus 61. Number 3, Buffalo, 6-2. Yeah, I know. They lost to the Patriots, and the Patriots have a better record. Eat it. Buffalo at plus 68, same point differential, by the way, as New England. Wins over Baltimore in week 1 and Kansas City. Pretty impressive. And they have a bye week this week because they're playing at Miami. Or what's left of Miami. Number 2, Seattle, 6-2. Plus 81 point differential, 4-0 on the road. That is impressive. Among the teams they've beaten on the road, Pittsburgh, they're not awesome. It's a road win. Washington, not awesome. It's a road win. Jacksonville, not awesome. Road win. Nice. And they blew out Washington. That was a no contest. And they host Arizona this week. Number 1, the Los Angeles Rams, 6-2. Plus 82 point differential. They just defeated the Saints 35-7, so they had a bye week. This is among the teams they've beaten. It's not a murderer's row. They did beat the Colts. They won in Baltimore. No Lamar Jackson. And they beat Jacksonville. But also, they should have beaten Philadelphia and San Francisco. Those are the 2 losses. They could easily be 8-0. And I want the Rams and the Lions to meet in the playoffs.
That would be good.
Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff against their former teams.
So good.
That would be phenomenal. All right, here's your 5 at the bottom, and we will start with number 32. Tennessee is what it is. Sorry, no good. 1-8. worst point differential in the sport at minus 127. They just lost to somebody 27-20 who it's Chargers. And they are idle this week, so just kind of regroup. And they have nobody to trade. Nobody left to trade. I think they made one minor trade. Number 31, the Saints, who are 1-8. More importantly, 4 times they have been my survivor pool victim. And it's possible, although unlikely, they will be my victim this week, but they play the Panthers, and that would be crazy. They are at Carolina this week. Number 30, Las Vegas is 2-6. They lost to Jacksonville 30-29, but somehow they beat New England in week 1. Like, make that make sense.
Did you just do the 6-7 thing?
I did. 6-7.
I saw it. Look where we've come now.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, by the way, the funniest thing I saw today was it was Yoshinobu. I think was it him or was it Yamamoto or was it Roki Sasaki? I really don't know. I saw all 3 do videos for the Dodger fans. Anyway, they asked. I think it was Yamamoto. What games did we just win? And he went 6-7.
Oh, perfect.
This is awesome.
Nailed
it. Great. Absolutely great. I smiled the whole time. But I don't understand. How did the Raiders beat the Patriots and now in New England?
Yeah.
And now the Patriots are 7-2. Anyway, whatever. Number 29, Cleveland at 2-6. They were idle this past week, and they are in New York to take on what is left of the New York Jets. And number 28 is Cincinnati. Yeah, I know. They're 3-6. But they have a minus 84-point differential. You know how hard it is to have a minus 84-point differential and be 3-6? That is a significantly worse point differential than the Jets, who are out of the bottom 5 for no reason. Other than we don't know who's playing for them. The Jets' point differential like 53, and they're 1-7.
Wow. Makes no sense.
The Bengals are just bad.
Mm-hmm.
They're just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
And now they're down a guy, a linebacker.
Yes, they're missing somebody that we'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
Logan Wilson.
Yeah. Thought he was a country singer.
Yeah, exactly. His new album just came out. It's great. It dropped at midnight, last night. Because that's when albums drop, Tuesday night at midnight.
Yep.
It was. He thought he was going to release it the same weekend as Taylor Swift, but no, didn't happen. He decided to wait. Probably a good idea, but instead he got traded from the Bengals to the Cowboys. On the same day, the Cowboys acquired Quinnen Williams from the Jets. So nobody will talk to Logan Wilson about anything because Dallas just got one of the absolute best defensive tackles in the sport. One of the fascinating parts when the Panthers were up playing the Jets in New York, I thought the most interesting part of that game, which was a dreadful game to watch, I thought the most interesting part of that game was watching Derek Brown and Quinnen Williams, who don't play against each other, but both show how good they were. They were both dominant in that game. All right. Let's get right to it. Steve Malik is the owner of NCFC, North Carolina FC, as well as the North Carolina Courage. Big announcement today where after this season is over and there are playoffs, the playoff game is coming up on Saturday at home against Rhode Island. They will cease operation for the men's team until at which time they get accepted into the USL Division I, which is still a few years away. So, Mr. Malik, I appreciate your time, and I know we don't have a ton of it. So let me just ask you point blank, what went into the decision to suspend after these playoffs are over?
Well, Adam, the biggest factor was that our franchise agreement was up with USL Championship. And, as to the timing, while it probably was better for the club to wait until after the season, our men keep winning. and we wanted to give the players an opportunity to land in good spots, and it was just the right thing to do by them. So we're coming forward with our vision for a longer-term plan, as you mentioned in your lead-in, to play at the highest level that USL is creating as a challenger league.
All right, so let me just say, I want to just go back. You said your franchise agreement was it was expiring at the end of this year. I'm sure every team goes through this. There is a renewal process. So, I guess it's the same question. What went through the process to not seek renewal? Or maybe even because you came up from League One, why not, drop down to the second level of what is currently USL football and play there again?
Well, Adam, I think, the key here is that Raleigh as a community has been growing. We continue to grow. And our thoughts were that, look, NCFC did a great job of providing men's professional soccer to our community. Being affiliated with one of the largest youth clubs in the country is a part of many of the people in this region's experience. And yet when we were looking forward for the next 20 years and what professional soccer looked like in this market, it's pretty clear that the market's telling us that top tier is important.
Yep.
I mean, you look at Sunday, it's pouring buckets of rain, and we have over 11,000 fans for the Courage out there where we can, we've demonstrated that we've broken through our current infrastructure, and this market is loud and clear that we need to be at the highest level. So, I mean, that was a big factor.
Yeah, the women, it's a great story, and they had a tough year. It's amazing how well they, have been received all year in spite of the fact. I mean, I know they played well, and they beat Gotham City 3-2, but they just missed out in the playoffs. But, man, to set that record in the last game of the season is just absolutely awesome. How did the guys take it? How did the players take it when you broke that news to them?
One of the toughest conversations I've ever had in my business career. For those guys that are pouring their heart and soul in and continue to win.
Right.
Had a home playoff game Saturday, have a home playoff game this Saturday. Y'all come on out and, frankly, have home field playoffs through the whole Eastern Conference, and only one team in the entire league is higher seeded at this stage of the playoffs. So, I mean, it was a tough call to share with them, to give them the opportunity to find homes. But at the same time, boy, could they have a Hallmark storybook ending here, and I hope they do.
Yeah, that would be going out with a flourish. All right, now, because you have to apply for membership, there's no guarantee. Based on what I read, there's no guarantee of being accepted. You've got to get a stadium. I believe the requirements are a 15,000-seat soccer-specific stadium to play in USL Division I. How do you go about getting that without football at that level for the next 2.5 years?
Well, frankly, I think we need the time to be able to reposition the men, to gain some relevancy, to do it the right way. You look at any expansion franchise in NWSL or any league, and you need a good year and a half to be able to set the tone right and connect the proper way with the community. So that's where we wanted to put our resources as we were going forward. And I do think, that the Courage, for instance, are leading that conversation around what infrastructure and facilities we need to have to be a world-class soccer market. But at the same time, professional soccer is professional soccer. And obviously, if we have a stadium, we're going to do everything we can to utilize that and bring as many positive events and experiences for our community.
I don't know how much you want to get into. I have two more questions for you. We have like 3 minutes left. I don't know how much you want to get into what the future is for the Courage. They really did have a good year and had to deal with a ton of adversity with the coaching change and everything. Where is the team with deciding on a coach? Is Nathan Thackeray going to stick around? And there are some really, really good players on your team.
We're excited about the future. We're the youngest club in the league, and we have world-class stars at the U23 level. I mean, Manaka, oh my goodness, lighting it up, Riley Jackson, et cetera. And we feel very positive about the future. We took some steps to get a little younger, but they're paying off, and we're excited about next year. So I'm not in a position to give you breaking news here on the coach, but I will tell you that Nathan is going to be sticking around. I mean, he has a long history at the club. We're very appreciative of him stepping in this season. He did a great job for us, and we see him as part of our long-term plans. But I'm not quite there to give you the breaking news today.
You got that. All right. Now, final thing, and I remember going back, you had bought the team, and I remember and I hope I get this right, 9192 MLS. I remember that. I still have the T-shirt. I wear it proudly. I remember how passionate the area was for a Major League Soccer expansion franchise, that for whatever reason, it didn't happen. How do you recapture that mood? It has been a minute since we're there. We got about a little bit more than a minute. How do we get back to that point in terms of the excitement?
Well, I'll tell you that one thing that USL has generated massive excitement around the world is with promotion and relegation. You know, the authentic view of soccer for every country in the world is you win your way to the first division. You prove that you are the best. And that makes owners invest, and nobody wants to get relegated, so it happens up and down the table. And that's really a very exciting prospect to be involved with that and to bring that authenticity to the top tier. So while we plan on starting at the top tier, we're going to win our way, just like we have as NCFC, to stay there and to be one of the best clubs, you know, frankly, in the country. But we think that the Challenger League has a lot of pluses, and there's interest all over the world in investing in that.
Well, thank you very much, Steve Malik, who is the owner of North Carolina Courage and North Carolina FC. Good luck to the fellas coming up this weekend against Rhode Island. Keep winning, grab a trophy, and let the guys take it on the way out. I appreciate your time, sir. Hopefully we will see you soon.
Thank you, Adam. Have a great day.
You too. Steve Malik, owner of NCFC, North Carolina FC. I just know it as NCFC, although I guess that's the youth. Hey, look, we got the NC Courage. Over 11,000 in the rain on Sunday to watch the women. They are awesome. Victoria, thank you so much. Enjoy whatever you're doing tonight. Canes at 7 on TNT.
His Zamboni is bigger than yours. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen every afternoon for The Drive with Tim Donnelly.
For the Panthers, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. If it's Andy Dalton, if it's Bryce Young, if it's hurt Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, it comes down to one thing. The team isn't good enough to overcome turnovers. Protect the football. Whether your ankle's hurt or not, don't turn it over and let the defense and running game do the rest.
The Drive with Tim Donnelly, 3 to 6 on 99.9 The Fan.
Hey, what do you say? John Forsland here for my friends at Buffalo Brothers. I travel coast to coast covering hockey, but when I'm back home, I head to my home away from home, Buffalo Brothers, for the best wings on the planet. You can't beat their specials at all 5 of their triangle locations.